At top of the round of a new combat order with this monstrous werewolf-looking creature with two that are mimicking perfectly. Feisty's at the top of the round,
Alright, Feisty.
followed by Nikolai.
Okay.
What do you-
Okay.
Come on, buddy! Chop, chop!
Bring your A game.
Having Feisty back up with us, but still keeping defensive stance.
Alright.
Just a little bit more careful.
Feisty's gonna look very grumpily in your direction.
Do whatever you
Let me
think is
fight.
necessary, just be careful.
Feisty just kind of looks around a little bit and just kind of looks over at the body of Ace. Ah!
I know. Be very careful. If you have to, get back behind us.
Feisty's
It's
gonna
okay to leave us to die, Feisty.
Feisty
I'll do
Feisty
it.
moves over, uses her tendrils, and kind of picks up the dead body of Ace and puts it in front of herself as a shield. Wiggling it about, the arms like jangling a little bit. Gives her one extra AC.
Hey, Ace is just sitting there as a pile of rust right now, so.
Oh, what else are you doing on your turn?
I am gonna move up next to Feisty.
Okay.
So that way we're kind of like side by side.
Okay, so you have Cayenne a little bit right here. You're towards the front of the pack. Bongo's at the back. Nikolai, where are you at as far as pack order goes?
I think the last place I was hiding behind the barrel or something.
No, that was the last fight. It's a different one. You're out in the open. Where are you at?
He would have stayed behind the barrel.
There is no barrel in this fight!
Oh, okay.
We're out in the middle of a main street because we started walking towards the tower.
Yeah!
We've been
Okay.
traveling towards the tower for a while.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. That was with the spider thing.
That was in the
Yeah,
alleyway.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Chill out, jeez.
I brought the barrel with me.
It seems like a valid strategy.
He would put wheels on it and roll it with him.
You're goddamn right he would.
If he had the time and opportunity to do, yes. Probably, yeah, probably with like behind or with one of the birds or Feisty, depending on what the scene is. So
Well, we still have that illusion from
'Kay.
multiple Feisties.
I know.
No. Shit, let me see if that's still going.
Whatever gives the most shadow.
No.
Oh, okay, that's not going anywhere. Never mind.
What gives the most shadow with in amongst one of the birds or Feisty?
She's off to the side with the birds, so you can move over in that direction.
Okay.
Just be forewarned, she is moving rather a lot, so
Uh-huh.
there is just a chance of getting stomped on. But that's not really too much of an issue for you.
Cayenne would not be paying attention to you, so if you get stepped on, that's your own issue.
You hear a crunch. It sounds like someone is breaking or crunching through a pickle, but it happens just to be Nikolai's tail.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the largest things to cover me, which would be the birds. Birds are big.
All right, you're heading off in that direction. Got it. Okay, so you're off towards more the left side of the group. Probably gonna move. I'm guessing you're gonna move towards the front of the pack.
I'm moving and following along with the movements to see where all of the lycanthropes are moving.
The three in front of you, they're more or less standing in like a V formation. Her two others are at her side. And remember, there's the two larger dire wolf things that are inside the alleyways, where basically blocking your exit. So, she is going to attack.
We can see these dire wolf things.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I shouldn't roll on top of the thing sitting there. Cool. Alright. Oh, it's fucking right. God damn it. I wish I could have kept that. The birds have fucking pack tactics, man. It's hard to hit them. They don't play fair.
Good.
So you see the three werewolves just move in your direction, and they just start charging in your direction. And the main one just instantly goes for Red, and Boo just goes right over Red, and they basically clothesline this werewolf. And the one on the left comes back around and just brings its hand down and just slams Boo into the ground. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Bongo, you're up next, by the way, bud.
Fuck.
Think what you want to do.
I just said Nikolai was after Scav.
We'll do you at the end. I skipped you. My bad.
You can go ahead and go to him.
Okay, since you gotta spend out 8 hours figuring out what you gotta do,
No, just
go
about.
ahead.
How far away are the dire wolf things?
So you're moving over to her and the birds?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like going in that direction, looking for the largest shadow. But how far away are the dire wolves?
They're less than 20 feet away at this point.
Okay, they're just kind of there. Okay. Okay, so this is a roughly poorly constructed illusionary building, right? There's like pieces missing all over the place, right?
No, the bottom part's complete, but towards the top it's fading away and
Okay.
breaking apart like into debris.
So are there any, like, I don't know, like the thing like where the top of the wall meets the roof, holes kind of thing for circulation?
There's
Scanning?
nothing there. Where it gets almost to the top of the second story window, it's just gone.
Okay. Are there any what's the word I'm looking for? Like maybe missing bricks? Small crevices that I can fit into.
Do a Wow, brain.
Perception?
Yes, perception. Holy crap.
Let's try this. Probably don't see anything. That's a 11.
You start to go in that direction to like look, and you quickly like dodge out of the way as one of Cayenne's hooves come down,
Okay.
right where you were standing.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, that didn't work, so I'll go with my original thought. Fuck it. I'm casting Expeditions Retreat on myself.
Okay.
Basically gives me an additional bonus action to move at my full dash. And see, casting time is a bonus action, so I'm using my bonus action to cast Expeditious Retreat. And fuck it. I'm going with the concept that these only one of those werewolves is the real one.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to like try to climb up on them, like on their backside,
Mm-hmm.
catch them on fire.
All right. You
You're gonna
can
climb
certainly
their
try
ass
that.
and light their ass on fire.
Yeah. Because only one of them's a real one. I think maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna try to run over to use my full dash to get there.
So it's your movement plus your bonus action.
Well, okay, I'll use my full movement
Mm-hmm.
and then my action to like jump up or whatever to get like up on its back somehow. Try to light it on fire. If I go through it, then fuck that. I get something else to do. But if I actually make physical contact, fucking light it on fire.
All right.
And then use my Expeditious Retreat bonus action to GTFO.
You do realize if this goes horribly wrong, now one of them's going to have an ass-based flamethrower, right?
Sure.
Okay.
So, roll that acrobatics there, buddy.
Okay. Maybe this time it might work. I don't know.
I don't know. You got an army of D20s
Yeah.
there, hoping you succeed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh. You just start rolling ones with every single one of them.
I'm gonna call curse.
No.
As soon as she said that, it stopped moving on a 1. That is not fair.
Stop fucking with his dice.
So yeah, it's a 1. Thank you.
Oh, sabotage on that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that was glorious.
Well,
Hey.
I'm glad you liked it.
Make a dex save at disadvantage there, buddy.
Okay. Well, that can't get very good. Another one.
Oh my god, he's gonna die.
Please don't kill Nikolai.
So as you go to jump, right?
Yep.
You see him jump. And you see him go sailing through the air. And the one that's on the left of the one that's basically fighting with the birds turns and sees him coming, opens its mouth and just jumps down and swallows you instantly.
Yeah, that's the real one. It's gonna have an upset stomach.
And you all see Nikolai just get swallowed.
Okay. Well, that is
Alrighty.
a problem.
Scratching and tearing until I have enough space.
So,
Just light shit like
So,
this fucker on
Mongo,
fire.
what are you doing, buddy?
Oh, fuck.
You just find yourself in complete darkness at this moment, and it's gooey, and it smells terrible, and it's compressing you. Like, you're trying to struggle a little bit as you're getting compressed together. And suddenly it clicks in your animalistic brain. The worst thing has happened to you that you've been fearing from any animal.
I've been eaten. I've actually been eaten. Actually been eaten. Fuck.
You know what? If it turns out he's okay, he might actually fucking let that shit go for a change. It's like, oh, I got eaten, and I'm fine. I guess I had nothing to worry about. Sorry, brother. Didn't mean to hold it against you for decades.
What are you doing, man?
Okay.
At least now, if he tries to say, "I've been eaten," we can say, "But did you die?"
True.
Yes,
Your
I had
argument
to
is
die.
invalid.
Oh, fuck. Brother just got eaten. What the fuck?
You guys are up after Mongo.
What the fuck is going on here? 2 ones in a row.
That's 2 different dice!
Yeah. They are retired from this game. Like, it doesn't really matter. I only
What
got
happens
maybe...
if you end up using all of your dice?
That would be funny. I guess Nikolai was meant to die.
Oh, I guess a dice is like for poison acid damage. Okay. Yeah, you just saw your brother get swallowed instantly.
Yep, I'm already thinking of what I'm gonna do.
How close are all 3 of these dumbass wolves?
About 20.
About 20 feet within each other?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, there goes that idea. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Magic missile to the one that just ate Nikolai.
You're just firing off all the shots.
I'm upcasting that shit.
Okay.
My brother just got eaten. Yeah, fuck this asshole.
I can't fucking do that.
Oh.
Yep. So that's now 4 of them. First one does 5. 3, 7, 2, 9, and 4.
And 4?
Mm-hmm.
What was the total?
13. Yeah,
So-
just kind of swearing at him, and just
You just see him just launch off all these like really like sparkly.
oh no, it's like that part in
Oh,
Now You See Me,
oh,
where he has just like the handful of cards, and
He
he
just
keeps
fling-
chucking them.
oh yeah. Okay, he's angrily throwing cards. Yeah, you just see him just hit the thing, just blow chunks out of it, and it just snarls in your direction. And starts walking in your direction, licking its massive maw.
Lump in his throat pretty soon.
Huh?
He's gonna get a lump in his throat.
Be that spicy meatball.
What are you guys doing? You guys are up.
I'm gonna use chill touch toward the werewolves that are attacking the birds.
Okay.
Gonna try to see if that skeletal hand will be able to grab at the ribs and try to grab to crush.
Fire arrow at the 1 minute attack, Nikolai.
No, he didn't attack me. He just swallowed me.
That's kind of an attack, buddy. So you're doing the skeletal grasp?
Yeah,
Or
the
chill touch?
25 to hit.
It creates
One
a
sec.
ghostly
Sorry.
skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 of necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. But that was a 22 to hit.
Oh god. Technically the birds are in range, so they're gonna take the damage too. Because they're right on top of them. Are you okay with that?
I am okay with that.
Oh.
Alright, roll your damage. Because that sailed right through their AC.
It was 7.
Okay.
You know, I just thought of something. It's something I passed them now.
Okay, and how much? Oh, yeah, that was 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you reach out and you use your staff
Inside it.
staff as focus, and you just launch out those shards of ice and just help this. And you hit the birds some, they just kind of glare at you a little bit, like it's this look of like friendly fucking fire, yo.
I have a plan for this.
So,
But- But what startles you guys a little bit more is that this one seems solid as well.
Oh, fuck.
okay.
All right.
So,
Disturbing.
first one was 25 to hit, but would tactics work since he's within 5 feet?
I'm not just getting swallowed. I'm fighting back.
Alright, I'll give you that. Yeah.
You know what? It's still 25.
Definitely gonna hit.
Just don't blow up our brother.
Famous last words.
That's 17 points of damage there.
God damn.
Very angry little kobold.
13, and that was 17 for you?
Yep.
This one is looking a little rough.
Funny.
Ha 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 ha. Punny. Punny.
And I'm gonna go ahead and for a bonus, I'm gonna have Feisty. You know what? Feisty, I think it's time for a bit of displacement. We're gonna go ahead and have Feisty create more illusion saves.
Alright. See if feisty she can do a performance. Oh, that's actually a really good performance. Okay. You see her tap her feet in like little musical like tone, and it's like almost like a 1, a 2, and a 3. She throws the body aside and just a couple more pop out. And they all kind of like point their tentacles at you like at each other. You can't really tell which one is the actual feisty at this point. Alright, so feisty's at the top. She's doing that. Anything else you're going to instruct her with?
You know what, Feisty?
Nikolai, you're up next.
Yep.
Let's see.
I know what I'm doing. Couple questions, and then I'll take the action that I'm going to do.
I'm gonna go ahead and instruct her to carefully use her tentacles to attack whenever she has the options to.
Okay. Alright, what are you gonna ask there, buddy?
Do I have? Let's say I understand. Like throats kind of like work automatically. You don't have to actively swallow. Once you swallow, like it just kind of pushes it down. Do I feel that motion at the direction my body's going?
Yeah, you're kind of like in the oh shit phase.
Yeah, but am I going down like feet wise? Like, am I upright? Am I sideways? Am I upside down?
You're at a 25-degree angle.
But feet below me?
No, you're kind of at like a 25-degree angle. You're like crushed into like a ball almost.
Okay.
So like you're like in a ball shape, and so yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So
Back first.
okay, so I can maybe like do some semantics with my fingers right here,
It's
right?
hard, but yes.
I can. Okay. So I'm going to make a mage hand, the biggest fist I can, behind me. As the biggest fist I can imagine that I can make a mage hand and just let it sit there.
Oh shit! Technically, you wouldn't be able to get pushed down.
The
I'm
fucking
just gonna choke
thinking.
to death.
Well, Mage Hand's ethereal. It wouldn't stop airflow. It would just be really obnoxious.
Yeah, but it will also stop me from going down.
Mage hand can carry. No.
Yeah.
You still take 2 points of acid damage.
In the throat.
You've been swallowed.
Okay. Alright, so I'm not going down anymore.
No, you come to a stop,
Okay.
and you just feel some like stomach acid burble up, and it hits the tip of your tail and stings a bit.
Okay, I can deal with this. Two points of damage. Okay, so I have this kind of like space beneath me. I can move around a little bit.
Not really. No, you're still constricted, but Mage Hand's basically stopped you. Like
Okay, can I have the mage hand kind of rotate, kind of, and hold me like this?
roll a performance.
Fuck you, dice.
Roll the one, just pushes you all the way down. No, I'm not trying to.
How many
take-
ones does he have to roll to go all the way through?
8.
8.
Not good.
It tries to
It can go
unfurl,
away.
but the strength of the actual throat muscles are keeping it fairly compressed on you.
Okay, alrighty. That's fine for now. It's something I might try again next turn, but I don't need to.
Okay.
Just give me some room, you know.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
All right.
That's literally all I can do. You said I took 2 points of damage?
Yep. So as you're instructing the birds there, the third one comes just careening through the group right at you, Cayenne. And comes up and just swipes right where your neck is, and you just take a few steps back, and it just the tip of the claw just barely nicks your throat. It almost got you. Hey, Mongo, you're up, and then Cayenne and Scab, you're up again.
So this was that one little shit, but now 3 giant piles of crap.
Yeah.
Do any of them look like they're holding anything? Because I know she had a staff.
She had a scythe.
Sigh, yeah.
No, it's actually stuck in the ground off behind her.
Okay.
All right.
How far away?
Probably about 30 feet.
I'm gonna use the wand to break and shit. And I'm aiming for the scythe.
Okay, so first time you've used this one.
Uh-huh.
Please roll an Arcana and a Performance for me.
Yep. One I might do fairly well. The other one, historically, I fuck up.
How many uses are you using on it?
This bitch swallowed my brother, so 2.
2. Okay.
Arcana is 16.
Okay.
Wow, an actual like regular like expected roll on our camera.
And performance is 15.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
So how do you use this wand? I want a performance out of you.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I haven't actually used this fucking thing yet, and it already looks like it's fucking broken, right?
Yeah, it's bent at an angle. Some little stick pieces are sticking out. There's a little bit of like what you would equivalent to duct tape, but it's magical duct tape with runes on it.
But it is kind of sitting there just kind of
Yeah.
dangling.
Yeah, you guys see him pull out this wand, and it's just kind of pathetically.
Yeah. Gonna try to almost like whip, like.
So it's kind of pointing out when you use.
Yeah, so that way
activation.
the end of the shaft is at least kind of somewhat aiming at it. Never actually figured out how to fucking break shit with this, but
So you're using 2 charges. and you're aiming at this,
Mm-hmm.
and it did not save against your attack. I know that sounds really weird for an item to save against an attack, but this is.
It's
fine.
also really weird for me to hear that. I
not-
usually miss.
Yes, people, things in this world can actually save against item attacks.
Doors can save against bludgeoning.
I refuse to give in to your bludgeoning. Begrudgingly. I'm trying to think how much damage would this. Yeah, that seems on brand. Okay. No, I don't have more of this. Fuck me. Okay. So you've used this one, you're just kind of like, it's almost like the cup game you're trying to do there.
Yep.
And you go away, little bug, I don't want you here. And you kind of whip it up, and you see like almost like little pieces of it come off, and it just kind of, when you try to lift it up again, it refuses to raise up.
Okay.
And you see this the scythe there, and you just see all these cracks just form along of it, and a few of them just break off and hit the ground. And on all three of the werewolves, you see cracks starting to form from them as dark energy starts to seep out that familiar smoke.
Uh-huh.
Good shot, dude.
Ah.
And you guys see this happen from Mongo.
I don't.
Well,
I'm in
no,
the throat.
you're in darkness.
Scav,
Yes?
new plan.
I'm listening.
Fire arrow, scythe. Break it. Trust me.
I have a bomb arrow to shatter it.
It's fucking break it now.
Okay.
Oh God, no, no! Oh my God! Oh no! I might survive because I'm in a meat sack. You all are gonna die.
I'm in a meat sack. I'm just picturing a camping sleeping bag, but it's made out of meat.
Oh gosh, it's the worst version of the tauntaun.
It's so warm and cozy and compresses you in all the right ways. Moist. Meanwhile, Scab's over there. I have to do stuff. It's called Shot Man.
That's fine.
You have a 200-foot radius.
Luckily, it can't move.
I'm
Oh,
not,
not using that one.
I'm
Okay,
using
good.
an explosive arrow.
Okay, so you. all might
Except
not.
I'm not just gonna fire at it. I'm gonna draw the string and focus.
Okay. What are you doing, Cayenne?
I'm gonna be going after the werewolf that attacked me.
Directly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Chrome's Moon Dance for that. Gonna
Roll
use
it.
the blade. 19 to hit
Oh, that definitely do it.
with 6 points of piercing damage. Or slashing damage.
Slashing? So, as this thing comes up to you, you kind of take a step back, and she brings her weapon around, just swipes it across, and just catches it right across the muzzle in the face.
Oh. Bad.
Bad touch. How much damage was that? Right.
That was 2.
2. Okay. All
This
right.
really does sound like Avengers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. It's got like this really awesome like rift, and then it just goes straight to that. It's
Oh no, wait. That was 6 points of damage.
that's what I
Sorry.
thought. Yeah. Okay. So Scab, you're focusing until next turn.
Yep.
All right. Feisty is up. Okay, that's an interesting one. I wasn't expecting that from Feisty. So you see the Feisties move, and the actual Feisty, you know, has the body of Ace, right? And she goes up to this werewolf, and she brings the body around, just whack and across.
Improvised weapon?
It just cold cocks her right across the face, and you hear a lot of cracking right in the side of the head of this thing. As it just tumbles a bit to one knee and just blood just goes splattering across the ground, along with broken teeth fragments.
Good job, Feisty.
And you just feel yourself just suddenly jarred off into one
Oh,
direction.
shit.
It's like being in an airplane when it just drops.
Yeah. Whoa.
I wasn't expecting a natural 20 on that.
Damn.
Oh.
See, look at he's still being useful.
Feisty, with whatever movement she has, try and get away from there.
Okay.
Because that thing's going to be pissed off at her.
Just a bit. This one is looking rough as shit at this point.
It'll be worse in a moment.
Oh, you're up, Nikolai.
Okay. So during that jarring, did things loosen up a little bit?
A little bit, but they just instantly constricted tighter around you.
Okay. All right.
And you did.
So I was able to do the verbal and semantic for Machan without any difficulty.
You did. It was a little difficult, but now you slid down a bit further, and it's a bit more compressed on you.
Okay. All right. But the Machan is still below me.
Yeah, but you can just feel. You can almost. You as a dealing with alchemy, you can smell the smell of acid.
Okay. Alrighty.
The acridity of it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna win
Fuck
nothing
it.
but acid resistant armor from here on out.
Produce flame straight up.
Roll that attack at disadvantage, man,
Disadvantage.
because you're compressed.
Fetal position in a stomach.
Almost. He's about this far from being in the fucking stomach.
Jesus. Well, it was going to be a good roll, but it's not because of disadvantage. So that would be. Hold on. It's not much at all. It likely didn't hit, but give me one. I'm looking for my damn spell. Where'd it go?
I mean, technically, it's pretty fucking low numbers to hit. You're inside of
It's
the
an
damn
8.
thing.
You're inside
8?
of it.
Roll and take half the damage.
Okay. 1d8.
There you go.
I'm not looking for that one.
Okay.
He's looking for a specific one.
Hey! I take 4 and it takes 8.
So
Wait,
now is-
that's the damage halved?
You said I take half.
As in, you take half the damage delivering it.
Oh, so you deal half damage.
Yeah, so it takes
Oh.
4.
So it takes 4. So
Yeah.
I don't take 4 damage.
No, but you take 4 damage from your ass touching acid.
Wow, so it really is ass.
You launch this upwards and it just scorches and nearly blinds you because you've been in the darkness for a while and you just feel that like smoldering meat smell. And this thing just coughs up a bunch of chunks of smoldering chunks of meat.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Oh no, this thing is not long for this world at this point. It's the thing is going to. Oh boy, which one is it going to attack? You see this thing just try to attack Feisty. It leaps and smashes at the ground and goes through one of them and just snarls and swipes at another one. It can't find Feisty.
It's not
And-
distracted by its throat catching on fire.
It's pretty fucking
Well,
but
crap,
as it's
thank
like
you.
jumping around, you can see the orbital socket is caved in and the eyes slightly dangling out, but it's not so much dangling as it was exploded.
Feisty hit this thing hard. Good job, Feisty. All the
You're up,
barbecue
Mongo.
for you.
Okie dokie.
You guys are after Mongo, of course.
You said the site's about 30 feet away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna use all of my movement to get closer to it.
Okay.
Wait,
All
you don't want
25
to do
feet.
that, dude? Explosive arrow?
You're taking too fucking long. This thing needs to get broken now.
You have free talk amongst you. You see, hard to see him moving.
You don't want to be next to that, man.
I
I'm
need to
gonna-
at least be like 5 feet away from it. Because I'm gonna
Okay.
thunderclap this shit.
Can I change my targets or no?
You guys can communicate what you're doing. She just said that.
I know. I'm telling him
You
this.
see him approach.
I told him I'm using my explosive arrow.
You
And
might
it's-
want to relay that you're twinning it, and he would know what that means.
Mako, this is gonna be a big ass explosion. You don't want to be there, man. This is a twinned arrow.
Fuck's sakes, hurry up! And then I go to the one that get closer to the one that swallowed Nikolai and thunderclap that bitch.
Do you just turn around and clap your cheeks?
I'm aiming more towards like the head area, not necessarily like below the shoulders.
Okay.
And yeah, just bring the paws together.
Are you doing it Hulk style? Just ah.
Oh yeah, big fucking angry step from the 2.5 foot tall cat.
Oh my god. Okay, that's how it's gonna be.
Oh fuck.
Go ahead. How do you want to kill this thing, man?
I'm sorry, what?
You killed it. That thing rolled a 1. Your damage is doubled no matter what, man. And it's on death's door.
Sorry, I never get like the final shot.
Maybe like, this is my idea, so go ahead. Do what you want to do.
Do it, man. It's a rare opportunity for you.
Yeah. Sorry. Again, caught off guard. Didn't fucking that was gonna happen. Fucking works,
20 are
Henrik.
Failing me today.
They're
I'm gonna power slide into
I
this.
think
They're
all
always,
Roll a performance advantage.
oftentimes, more often than not.
No.
actually had decent rolls.
Natural 20 again. All right, how you doing this, man? Come on.
Yeah, it was towards the back. Gonna run.
It's
well,
not towards the back. This one's up in the front.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
the
thought
one
I
that's-
was towards the back.
Oh yeah, you are towards the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anybody in between me and it?
Just feisty.
Okay. Fucking run up as fast as I can, slide under Feisty, and then just
So you go, you run, you slide, and you just kind of like do a like slide on one leg, like on your shin and your knee, and then you turn over into the power slide as you come through Feisty on the other side, and Feisty just looks down at you, going, "Whoa!" trying to pull you back to safety, and you clap your hands, and at first, nothing happens, and this thing just comes right up to you and is about to just like swallow you, so you join your brother, and just its head just explodes all over you like a shower.
why does everything have to be so fucking gross?
And it's just like you just see this brain matter, goo, viscera, blood just pouring out all over you like a water fountain. And you wipe away the blood from your eyes, and you're just looking right at Nikolai in the throat hole. And he's just kind of like, and he's just probably startled at the sight of daylight, and staring at his own brother, and the body just hits the ground, and you kind of out.
Thank you.
Grab him, and any movement I may have left, I'll try to get him somewhere else. Or hide.
You just look like you're at the Red Wedding. You've been slimed in werewolf blood.
Oh fuck.
So, back to you two.
I'm at 13 hit points, which means I'm pretty fucked up, and now I'm covered in werewolf blood.
May or may not be a problem. Werewolf
Point of view
huh?
pending.
Depends on your definition. All right.
All right.
Letting the arrow go.
I'm releasing that arrow at the scythe.
Roll the damage, man. What are you doing?
He's
He's gonna be doing math over there for a little bit.
if he's releasing an
That's a
exploding arrow,
17 to hit.
knowing it's twinning, I'm gonna be keeping
Oh,
back,
God,
but
okay.
I'm going to instruct the birds to go hunting for the dire wolves.
Oh, the ones in the alleyways.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I don't use a specific word. I'll use another one
Alright.
that they know.
All right.
I'll be translating to them to go hunting for the dire wolves in the alley.
All right. And with that, I need everybody to make a reflex saving throw.
Including myself.
Yes,
Oh,
Dex,
everyone.
right?
Generally, the word yes means everyone.
I forgot.
That's-
I was inside a creature. It kind of just happened that it wasn't.
That's
Oh.
a 4.
Hey, decent roll.
23.
First one today.
I think I just blew my luck on these 3 dice.
That was a 23 on the reflex.
All right.
Decent dice gets to go back in.
You got a 4,
17.
17,
16.
16.
23.
It's appropriate that ours are pretty close.
Yeah, 23.
I don't like that sound.
That's the one dice.
And that was to blow up the scythe with an explosive arrow.
I have to do math now.
And that's what we call a bad sign.
Thing is how y'all rolled a lot higher than me
Yeah,
at
you
a
got
4.
Yeah, but we also don't know what the save. So the save could have been like 27.
For those that rolled over 15,
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
you take half of 25 points of damage.
Okay.
Half of 25.
I am in
Oh.
death save psych rolls now.
But you see smoke coming from all 3 of them, and as the scythe explodes, leaving a large crater, you see
Round
each
up,
one
round
of
down.
these just round down, and you just see each one just explode. This massive release of this smoke energy, and the birds, they just kind of they jump behind you.
Huh?
And it just
I'm uncut.
blows you all asunder as the birds start to take off. They go through the window, but they kind of stumble and roll a little bit and take cover. Your Feisty just ducks and covers, because that's fucking Feisty, but they still all take a little bit of damage. Not anywhere near as much as you guys. And you take the full brunt of that 25.
At my already 22 hit points.
Oh, you're unconscious too, huh?
Yeah. You see Cayenne go flying back, and she just bounces off the wall, and it's this really sickening crack
Ooh.
as she hits the ground, and
I
she's
don't
not
think
moving.
we've heard that noise from Cayenne before.
No. And Nikolai just goes tumbling past you, and he just slides, leaving a small trail of blood.
Oh, shit.
You can't hear anything. Everything is just muted instantly.
That might have been too close. I'm immediately running over to the nearest one of the two.
He's right there by you.
I'm right beside him.
In that case, I'm running over to Cayenne.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be using that, let's see, we all had 2 of those greater healing potions. I'm using one of those on Cayenne.
Okay. Roll those hit points for her.
Yep. 44. If I can get it out of here. There we go. Recover 13.
You got 13 hit points. So, Cayenne, you're laying there against the crook of this wall, and you just instantly flash, seeing like a bright field, like almost like this bridge leading to this place, and then you're suddenly staring at your brother as he's manhandling this potion into your mouth.
Shove it down your throat. Drink.
Come on, come on, come on.
And you can't hear anything. It's just like that deafness from just like loud explosion. It's like being at a rock concert for 8 hours.
Oh,
Just ringing.
Yeah. What are you doing? man?
I'm gonna grab one of the greater healings that I have. Half of it's going down his throat, half down mine.
Okay, I'll roll your half.
So 44. 44 plus 4 is the whole thing, so it'd be
Half of that.
2d4 plus 2 for each half?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used the full potion.
3,
But you're conscious now.
9 for me. Or, actually, I probably would have poured it down his throat first.
You pull out one of your like little scrolls, one of the one, and you kind of like tear it, piece of it off, and you make a little funnel, shove it in his mouth, pour it in.
Yep. 9 points.
9?
9.
All right.
And
Alrighty
you
then.
wake up not to being crushed to death, but a funnel stuffed in your mouth.
Ow!
Are the dire wolves still alive?
You can certainly check.
Is that 9?
9. I got 6 myself.
That was a 13 for an investigation.
You kind of probably push Scab aside as you're trying to check.
Definitely backing up.
Everything hurts. You've never been flung like this before in your life.
One below where I started.
And you look at the alleyways, and all the buildings are kind of curved inward, and they're starting to reform a little bit. And you can see everything's just destroyed in this area at this point from the explosion. You don't see the dire wolves anywhere.
I will try to get up.
It hurts a lot to get up. You feel every last bit of the impact of the wall. The wall you hit, you can kind of see where you hit the ground, bounced, hit the wall, left a small crack in it. And knowing that, you probably know your pack took a good hit too.
No.
I'll be checking my pack, especially for my spore jar.
Go ahead and do an investigation. What are you doing, Manga?
Cleaning himself off.
Precipitation.
Uh-huh.
You see him just going back, doing his through his little ritual, just constantly just cleaning himself.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm cleaning myself like 4 or 5 fucking
I'm
times.
going about medicine on whoever I can, make sure everybody's okay.
Oh, what'd you get?
Got a 19.
You see Cayenne pull around her pack, and she starts going through it. Your spore jar has this large, thick crack through it. And as you go to check on it, a piece of the glass just falls down.
Oh no.
You do know one of your few of your siblings could probably fix that for you.
Could also use some ingredients that I have to paste it back together.
Yeah. Blip is just like, ow. And Ralph is just too high to care. It was a roller
Is he
coaster.
still deflated?
Yeah.
He probably didn't get too hurt from that.
You can see a little bit of red around his little black eyes.
Oh my God.
He's just a little. He's a dried up shroom.
That's actually fucking...
Man.
All wrinkly.
Try not to move too much. I'm gonna patch you up a bit. I was 18 on the medicine.
He's trying to help you, you know, with like the street burns, road rash, I guess, and other things. You're just looking. You just see these massive craters where each one basically blew up.
So destroying the scythe caused all of them to explode.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Good to know. At least the problem solved. I'm moving on to the rest of them to medicine.
I'm just going to take one of my potions.
Okay.
2d
Modified 20 to medicine up Nikolai. And another modified 20 to medicine up Mongo.
Let me roll something for you there, Scav.
Ryan's just gonna be taken aback, but keep looking over the mutilation of her arm.
Yeah, you're looking at your arm and you can see the deep ink cuts into it, and you can see like still where like that hole was, but it's kind of like, you know, it's healed quite a bit, but scarring is definitely there. You've used 73% of your medicine kit and resources. Mark that down. Table's yours.
You know what? I'll use the last of it to medicine up myself.
Okay.
Ow.
Alright, I'll take that
fuck
natural
that.
20.
I've healed for 7.
And Feisty looks over at you, Nikolai, and holds up what's very little left of Ace because she used it as a shield.
Where's the rest of them?
She just gives you this look like,
How much would that recover, by the way?
on yourself.
For everybody?
Healing doesn't recover hit points, dude.
It can be used to stabilize. You basically have made sure nobody's bleeding
Oh.
and nothing is broken.
Alright. Also rolled a
Or
nat
medicine.
20 on the medicine as well. Yes, I'm okay.
Yeah, medicine only heals
I think
like
I
1 hit
figured
point
out what
on
the
time.
scarring looked like on Kaya.
Okay, so just
Is that
one hit
how it
point.
would
No.
wrap around?
Oh.
It's
Sending
you
it
can
to
only
you.
get an additional
Okay.
hit point if someone is using medicine on you.
Gonna look
successfully
around,
at the end of a day.
see if any one is
So, like,
left.
it's just normal
'Cause we just shattered The sites and that
medicine on
part.
you.
I don't know if the number 4 is still around in some way, shape, or form.
All right. Roll whatever you want to roll for that, then.
Is everybody okay?
Where's
That's
Ace?
fair.
But
Parts.
where it wraps around more.
Feisty just holds up the one piece, and that's all there is.
13.
Are you
It's
okay,
like
Nikolai?
it's like the back half of Ace's body, almost like a shield at this point, because that's how little's left.
Yeah. Where's his head?
Feisty just looks at you. Drops what's left of Ace on the ground and just kind of walks off.
Oh, shit.
What'd you roll?
13.
4?
Investigation.
Investigation. You kind of like you start walking around, everything hurts.
Oh no, I figure I'm using my quarterstaff as a walking stick at this point.
Yeah. And you walk around the entire area, you're not finding any sign of number 4, and they made a very critical error in leaving that open to you.
Are there any pieces of the scythe left?
Do a very hard and an investigation at disadvantage.
Oh.
Kyan, you okay?
I'm here.
11.
11. You take your time and you kind of forage around a little bit, and you do find a few fragments, and you reach out and touch one, and you instantly just feels like the worst experience of your life. It just burns instantly. It's like touching the opposite of Arcana.
So,
And you just take 3 points of actual, like, psychic damage from it
oof.
by touching it with your actual paw.
Jesus.
Parts of the cyclops.
Yeah.
Did any nature return, like any trees or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So, again,
Yeah.
rules as written doesn't imply that I have to have all or even really much of any left of Ace to recover.
Yeah.
Am I able to repair him?
With as little bit as left and him being used as a meat shield. Where is my 8?
Is that I can use my smith tools on what's left of him. Within 1 hour, he comes back to life, fully healed.
It's going to take you do a quick add up in your head, and it's going to take 6 days to just reformulate.
Okay.
So it's not based on rules as written.
It's completely not based on rules, which is fine.
There's so little left.
Uh-huh.
It's going to take a lot of work just like rebuilding each piece of him instead of just like a quick heal or repair.
Okay.
This might be a really dumb idea, but the greater healing potion bottle that we just drank, is that big enough to get that shard in there?
Yeah.
I'll try to get it in there. Grab stick, not touch it at all.
Don't want to get burned again?
No. No,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, you get the shard in there and it clinks in there. And it just seems to absorb all light around it. It doesn't.
That's not good.
It doesn't reflect anything. Just it looks like just this black phantom void in there in the shape of it. Like the glass isn't even reflecting it.
Well, that's all kinds of bad now, isn't it?
He's gone.
You okay, Mongo?
Oh. In a word, ow.
Hey, it was your idea, but it worked. You're bloody brilliant.
It's the first time you've ever said that.
You think that school of magic or whatever might be able to figure out more about that thing?
Well, it's a house of scholars, so if anybody could.
Well,
May take a minute, but hold it up. Don't touch this.
didn't plan to. I'm gonna go and check up on Feisty and the birds now.
The birds are just, they're kind of nipping at you a little bit. They're grooming your hair. If you are nipping at other, they're just kind of like trying to just groom you from top to bottom.
I'm feeding them any of the jerky or any of the snacks that I have in my harness. Same with the shrooms.
So, all right. So you're just feeding them leftovers.
Where do the big wolves go?
Oh, fuck, that's right.
They're not here. I already looked.
Either they were illusions that got dispelled with the explosion, or they ran away. Or they probably got blown up. I don't know.
Look around. Does there look like any place that's remotely safe to be in?
Do an investigation.
Feed Feisty one of my rations.
Okay, these dice are not my friends today.
Betrayal. Oh,
All right, there.
speaking of betrayal,
12.
I know. It moved on.
12.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You start looking around and you kind of start walking a little bit. It hurts to walk. And you see Feisty just kind of like going into that stalker mode a little bit and just kind of watching inside of a building.
Uh-huh. Watching the inside or
Yeah,
inside
like
the
something caught her interest in the building.
building? Okay. I will. Is anybody else around me?
Everybody's around you.
Next to
Feisty's got her eye on something, and
Oh.
I kind of motion with my elbow, not actually pointing that direction.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a look. We'll look in that direction. So
Yeah. Do an investigation.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can I look over there more intently?
How's everyone doing? Still alive?
15.
Holy crap! That die just doesn't want to roll anything other than a 6. So investigation, that would be 12.
12. It nothing really. It seems a little weird to you in there. It's a bit more dark and everything. But to you, it something catches your eye instantly. You know what. Being familiar with what Feisty does, you do see something in there that catches your eye. You almost see like this person that's got like a cloak on, and they painted it to look like the brickwork that's very common in this place. And you see them trying. They seem to spot you, and they try to hold still, and they're like almost like trying to move away, slinking.
That's as far as you go. I draw my bow.
And
Do
you
I
see,
hear 'em?
you see Scav draw his bow, and he's aiming into this place.
Scav.
There's someone over there. Disguised
fuck.
with the wall.
Fuck's sakes. I hobble my fucking way over there.
I get behind Feisty.
Not kidding.
A fire arrow knocked into the bow, but not drawn yet.
And try to make out what's there through what Scaff said.
It's hard for you to make it out, but you see the like rough outline of this thing, and they're like, and you hear from this journal area.
How far away is this?
It's at least 30 feet, but there's obstructions.
Um,
And they just
how long
kind
has it been since I cast the Expeditious Retreat?
it's at this point it has been a full 10 minutes.
Okay.
And they kind of, you see them like sway a little bit in two different directions, and they you see a hand come out of the cloak, and it's covered in grime and dirt, and you can see like various cuts on it, and they just motion at you, and they push open a side door and they go through it.
Very
Just wants
cautiously.
us to follow.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Do we follow?
I say follow. If they wanted to do harm to us, they could have done it already.
It could be a trick. What do you think? Mongo, you know magic better than everybody here. Think it's a trick?
I get any kind of sense that there's an illusion going on with this fucker.
Do an Arcana.
18?
18? You're not picking up any sort of illusion outside of what you've already figured out.
Well,
Not part of the fun of the other area.
What do you think I am?
is the piece of ace big enough or small enough for me to carry?
You put it in your pack, or you have him put in his hat.
Mongo, can you carry this piece of ace, please?
It's,
Okay. I kind of expected you to have Humphrey hold them.
Humphrey, would you be so kind?
Did you just try to put it in? It just, boom.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Your hat's a little bit heavier.
That's fair. That's fair.
In here.
Fuck, really?
Right, well,
Again,
I'll go sneak
Prestige
over
and
there.
state clean. It's just gonna be a nervous
I'm just
twitch of
telling-
mine.
I'll tell you guys, I'll go sneak over there and see if I can get a better look at this guy.
Get his hood off.
Please be careful.
No shit.
So you're gonna roll. You're gonna sneak over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Oh,
to.
that's stealth.
What if that's stealth? That's gonna be a 1 probably.
All the ones.
You have sabotaged yourself.
Probably. Yeah, it's not bad. So that would be a 15.
15.
There you go. Assume it's the worst
You
case
get to
scenario.
go back with the good dice.
You get to go back with the good dice.
Like Ghost talking to his dice.
I mean, if it gets you through the game in one piece, or at least two pieces.
I really gotta expand my dice collection.
Me too.
A whole chest of dice, huh?
If I were to lay out my dice like you, I would need another table. So, you sneak over there and you see that they've gone through the side doorway. And then they're standing on the other side of the doorway and they're just kind of looking around, seeming very paranoid, observing everything.
Can I get a sense that they're worried, not that they're
Do an
trying to
insight.
be in the right spot to trap us?
Insight.
Natural 20.
Natural
Holy
20.
shit.
Hey, that's
You-
the lucky die for the night.
You're kind of watching them a little bit, and you kind of remember back a little bit, more or less, to feelings that you've had. And they are absolutely paranoid. They're watching everything, every corner, every window, everything, and kind of, adjusting their cloaks so they remain hidden.
Okay. I will try. I'll whisper from my hiding spot, friend or foe.
They tap on the ground. It's a very quick tap. You can do an intelligence, or do an intelligence on that.
Just a straight intelligence.
Yep.
18.
18. The quick tapping you hear is a familiar, like almost like artificer like type of tapping
Okay,
of like friend.
friend.
Almost like a Morse code where it sounds indescript essentially with the surrounding noises.
Okay, okay. Alrighty. Okay, I'll be back with my family.
Okay.
So sneak back as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, that's nice. I'm rolling the rest of the night until it
You
picks.
just cursed it, man.
18.
18? Nikolai rejoins you, and surprisingly, he just pops out of the shadow like any normal mouse, which kind of startles y'all a little bit with the situation.
Kind of turn around.
I think he's more scared than we are, and
Hard to imagine.
yeah, I think it's he's trying to help us.
First thing that hasn't tried to attack us while we were here.
Like I said, if they wanted to hurt us, they could have already done it. I told them that I'll be back with my family.
Well,
Cayenne will just shrug her shoulders and just start walking like a big lazy dumb dog.
Clomp, clomp, clomp,
Yep.
clomp, clomp. And she just takes the front lead, as she usually does.
approach as well, but I'm gonna keep my eyes around the area.
Yeah.
Make sure nothing's stalking us.
Do investigations.
10.
10. You're trying to pay attention, but you're looking at Cayenne just with no fucks given. Dude, no farting at the table.
I'm opening up a can of soda. I
Is
forgot
that
to
what
open
we're
it up.
calling it now?
That's Ralph's job.
He's a little deflated. Nikolai's trying to pitch in.
Blow him up a little bit? No, wait, that's your job.
Oh.
Too soon.
Yeah, Mongo's gonna
Yeah.
You know?
like Yoda his way over.
You know what's funny? Last session, I didn't hit a single person. This session, I hit everybody.
And
And
In one
almost
shot.
killed Cayenne.
and Nikolai.
And Nikolai.
How was I supposed to even make all of them explode?
So he'll kind of be the last one in,
Okay.
and
Actually, I will sneak in myself.
Alright.
Try to sneak in, like after Mongo.
Okay. Roll that.
then the last thing he does as he walks or
You've lost your one hope.
Well, pick a different
Right
die.
there. Tom,
Nope,
take it to
it's
me.
gone.
Take it to me,
Nope.
Tom.
It's gone.
Nate.
If it's right
It's
there, you can
gone.
kick it over.
Nope. It's gone.
It's right there.
Nope. Pick a different
Right by
die.
his
do you
foot.
want
cursing
me
you.
to grab your dice?
Yes.
No.
How far away is it?
No.
I was literally right fucking there.
Yeah, this one's rolling okay, anyways.
Just leave it until we're on break.
Yeah,
Come on,
see it
that's
anyway.
cruel and
16.
unusual.
16.
Okay. You're really digging into your mousy nature.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, as he's about to kind of like try to sneak in, he's just gonna kind of look out the window.
Do an investigation there. Perception.
Yeah, and just kind of whisper, "I'm sorry for."
Okay.
Her. 11.
11. As you guys head to the doorway, you're like second to last. You hear him say this. It's not
No,
very.
I'm kind of quiet about it.
Okay. Well, with that 11, it's not very
okay,
quiet.
Fair enough.
It's more of a hum. You say the words exactly?
Cloud of Rodin.
But you guys follow this person, and they're just winding in and out of shops, alleyways, subway things, all these weird ways through the. Like, way more work than you're used to. And you're just like, oh my god, I feel like I'm walking to another town. But eventually you get to this area and they push on the wall and the wall slides forward and they just kind of grab at it and they slide it open and they head into like this round room area that's been carved out. And you see all these various supplies sitting around, and they light a few torches, and they kind of look in your guys' direction and wait for you all to come in.
Very cautiously enter.
I would be hiding behind something if that let me keep that 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you just clump right on in with the birds?
Yep.
Yeah. It's fairly large enough for all of you guys. You can see there's all these different exit ways and pulley systems, and you can see like there's a dummy set up at like the bar holding a fake thing, and you can see like there's like a ball off to the corner. You can see like another dummy set up like in another area.
Like the same mannequins that
No, these are
Salvage
just
board?
made from like salvage things.
Okay.
Like they were just hand built.
Okay.
And they look around at each of you and they close the wall up behind you. And like, they're like, you too. And they're like talking to someone that's there, not there next to them. No, too loud. And they walk over. They still have the cloak up on them. You can't see them. They walk over to the mannequin that's sitting at like the makeshift bar, and they're like, "I didn't get it. It's okay. Next time." And they take off the cloak and they hang it on a makeshift hanger. And you can see all these scars along them and makeshift armor and everything. And they look like they're in their teens at this point. Like they've been surviving for quite a while in here.
Wow. When he turns his when they turn it back to our general direction, I'm going to sneak off to a different spot, or try to at least.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, roll.
What are
Okay.
they?
I'm checking on Noodle.
You can do an investigation. Noodle? High or low, man? I forgot all about that.
17.
That should give me advantage then.
Okay.
19.
Hi.
You open up your jacket, right? And you start looking for a Noodle, and you reach in the pocket, and there's just this limp thing hanging from you, and you panic a little bit, and you start shaking it, and he just wakes up with,
I hate it when fairies do that.
It's not fun.
they do that.
They're just asleep.
Probably got knocked unconscious.
Narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy. Ferrets and narcolepsy. Yeah. Yeah.
I give him a big hug.
There's a loud squeak. Almost like if he's like squeezed a squeaky toy. It's a
Oh, 19.
19. They look almost human, possibly elven or half elf.
How, I'm saying this like somewhat quietly. Who are you? How long have you been here?
They just kind of walk over to you, and they're almost face to face with you, and they're like, They seem to they go over to the wall and they start counting the lines on the wall. They're, long enough, and all of us, we've been surviving.
I look for strings.
Do an investigation.
Yeah, 17 on myself.
Stealth. You think you're writing pretty well.
Okay, I'm looking around for stuff and things that can give me any idea of what this person is.
Okay.
16.
16. You don't see any strains.
Still.
Cheyenne's just standing there annoyed for having to walk so long, so she's got her glaive standing upright with her arms crossed, just watching this person's movement like a hog,
The birds are
Wait.
watching too.
waiting impatiently for an explanation.
Gav.
Why is your room here?
They look around. They're like, it's safe. You're among friends.
Who exactly are your friends and where are they?
They're like, well, there's that one. He points to the one that's sitting there with the cup. And that one. Oh, and there's Jerry. He's invisible. And Send. She's invisible too. She stays quiet.
Alright.
While listening to the conversation, like I said, searching through the stuff,
Do an investigation.
trying to remain quiet.
You can roll.
That's
You can roll. You got anything you want to roll?
12 on my investigation.
Cayenne's just waiting for an explanation because she wants to get out of here already.
The
Were the
birds are
names of the
just-
two invisible ones? Jerry and what?
Sand.
Sen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jerry, I've never met somebody who's invisible before. Nice to meet you.
He's sitting over there. Nothing happens, and you're quickly getting the feeling this person has been alone for long enough that they're starting to make up people, keep them company.
What's your name?
Survived. And you can see some of the scarring along them where there were some like hooks attached to their face trying to make it into like that familiar smile face. And like scars that you're familiar with that they were trying, that this one actually got away too from the process.
I'm gonna pull out that small wire from my pack and make the halved toys for Blip and Stella to see how this person reacts.
They just see that strand and they immediately move to the other side of the room. And you hear them stumbling over a table and they pull out a broken glass bottle, trying to defend themselves.
Dude, if I were going to try to control you like how you were before, I would have done so by now.
And they just look wild-eyed and panicked.
They use that
Relax.
moment
We're
to
not gonna hurt you.
use that moment
Yes,
to
we
move
have
on
to.
to the next spot to do an investigation.
Alright, roll stealth and
Stealth.
investigation.
Did I get anything off that 12?
You're just finding signs that this person has been basically surviving by themselves.
Stealth is 10.
That is a very loud eye.
Investigation is 10.
10. Okay. Table's yours.
I'm just searching this person's stuff right now.
Relax. I'm not gonna hurt you. We're actually here to stop the one that's doing all of this.
And they just kind of laugh. Stop? Finally?
Well, let's try. They send their monsters after us, but so far we managed to beat all of them.
And they're just kind of looking at each of you, and you can do an investigation if you want. What are you doing?
Not trusting this fucker.
I got a 16 for investigation.
16? You're kind of watching them, and you have your staff, and being familiar with, like, dealing with various kind of city folk, you can see, like, scars around their neck, and as they move around a little bit frantically, and you get glances at them here and there that they have possibly tried to kill themselves multiple times to get out of this place.
Alright. How... You've been caught before, it looks like. See the marks. How did you get away?
Well, you see all the various scarring. She's the one that's picking up on the marks of that.
Gotcha.
How come you haven't left?
I can't find the exit. It's over there. No, over there. And they go over. They start scrambling through all these papers, and one of the papers almost falls on you.
Okay.
And you,
Gonna try to move out of the way, let it fall where it was going to fall without
Yeah.
trying to not
yeah,
reveal
roll
myself.
a acrobatics, and you can investigate it if you want.
Yeah.
And they're scrambling through all these papers, and they're holding them up, and you see all these like lines drawn in like different kinds of like chalk
20
and
on the
like
acrobatics.
actual like dried blood and other things.
20 on the acrobatics
Okay, easy enough.
and an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
22.
22.
Mhm.
You look at this. What falls down? You're looking at the old crude piece of paper that was formed, and it looks like a map of like where they were trying to find an exit, and you're assuming they're looking through a big pile of these.
How big is this piece of paper?
Oh, it's normal person sized.
Person size. Okay. Is there like maybe a table or a box or something I can quickly slide it under?
Do a perception. Yeah. Same thing.
I'm watching this dude. I'm
That's
not
a one.
letting go of my glaive.
That's a 1.
That's a one.
Ready
You-
to kill him if he makes any move.
Going full sentinel mode.
Going full fuck off mode.
You kind of like try to push it a little bit, and you feel something just fall off the table, and they look at you instantly, and they just kind of reach down and they just kind of pick you up like you're a normal mouse, and they're like, "I found food,"
No!
and they look at you and they're like,
I'm the
that's a
one we
brother.
talked to in the alley.
and they're just kind of like, "Dogs."
Yeah, that
And
He
they
also
shake you a
likes to
little
set
bit.
on things
me
on
down.
fire, so if you don't want to get burned, I'd set him down.
They just kind of reach over and just set you down, and you just slide into a bottle.
Just kind of try to tackle it.
I help him
knock
out
it
of the
over.
bottle.
You tilt the bottle over; it's easy enough, and he could just like crawl out.
I think your map is right there.
They go and they pick it up, and they just kind of looking. Oh, that's the old one.
You got a new one?
Then they start rummaging through the paperwork. Oh, maybe this one.
if you have
Maybe this one.
maps,
Maybe this one. I don't know. Maybe this one. I don't know.
Come on. All right, let's look at all of them. Try to determine which one looks like the most up to date.
And yeah, you can go ahead and do that. You can do that too.
All right, dice.
I know it's not so.
That was a temporary imprisonment.
And such.
Did you roll
Huh?
one?
Do you mind if I look at your maps real quick?
Go ahead and you see him go over to a pot. And they pick it up, and the smell hits you guys. It smells like
22.
almost like her food thing, and you hear him just kind of stirring something. And it's like making all these sounds.
Oh god, it sounds like mac and cheese.
Oh, it's terrible. It's like
I said,
it's like mac and cheese that was made with like blue cheese and truffle oil.
So
just fucking.
I'm gonna take my map and I'm gonna cross-reference this person's maps.
Mhm.
See if I can't make something that makes sense.
Okay.
22 on mine.
To investigate them.
Mhm.
Okay, you're starting to try and figure. You're using what you know about paper. You might need Mongo's help, but you're starting to sort the paper out from oldest to newest. There's no
Mhm.
dates on them, so
Well, I'm also looking at like this has a square here, and like everything here looks like something was added on this one. Kind of thing.
all the maps are so vastly different. Like they're every time they left this location,
Uh-huh.
it was
Ah.
different.
So everything changes.
23.
23. You're gonna be there a while, starting to cross-reference things. And they come over to you and they hold out a bowl, and you look in this bowl and it's just like half rotted food and other things.
Manga.
Eat up.
I think
I've
these couple
already
might be the
eaten, but
newest.
thank you. My
I'm not sure.
my
you know,
mushrooms though
more
are
about
actually pretty
origin and
hungry.
stuff like
They
that.
just give you the bowl.
I think maybe.
I have something.
Mongo, they come over to you and they just hold up the bowl to your face.
Oh. Oh wow.
Here.
Thank you.
I'm
You-
totally out of spells too. I can't do purify food and drink.
Fuck, I was just gonna ask that.
And he comes over to you and sets down a small bowl for I'll get to you in a minute. And he comes over and he sets down a bowl in front of you, and it's like you just look at it a little bit, and an eyeball rolls up to the top, but it's just like rotted clear through.
Yummy.
I'm reaching in my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling out rations for everybody, including this person.
And Feisty gets a bowl, and Feisty just kind of like you see her just slide it off into a corner, and you hear it kind of tumble a little bit, and she just pats her feet a little bit, and the person's around like grabbing whatever like they can as a weapon and looks at Feisty,
It's okay,
And-
Feisty's not gonna hurt you.
And Feisty was just basically covering up the tumbling sound by making noise. And Feisty just looks a little green around her snoot.
I'll set it aside as if like I'm trying to do something right now. Thank you.
Okay, so you're offering rations?
To everybody, including this person.
Okay, they look at the ration and they look like they've never seen one in their entire life.
It's food. Here, you're gonna show them how you eat it.
You're giving the bowl to your mushrooms?
Mhm.
Yeah. They're happy to eat it.
Mhm.
It's right up their alley.
As the new recruit, whoever this is dealing with that, I'll kind of
Roll a sleight of hand.
17, I believe. If I remember my stats right. So yeah.
Okay. You just feel your bowl like slightly a little bit heavier as the mushrooms are eating, and you realize it's from Mongo.
What, the mushrooms don't eat, I'll pour in the spore jar.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you reach over and you turn the bowl upside down, and it just kind of
Yum.
like this like long entrail of just looping in like
Yummy.
slime.
So, Mom, seriously, like, look at these maps. Like, they're all kind of the same, but like everything is different. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Show them how to
not
eat
like
different
more stuff was
foods,
added. Like,
go back
stuff
to
was
cross-referencing
changed.
the maps, see if I can't make something.
And I think
Okay.
like these two might be like.
They're just like
Maybe it's
interested in
verified
this
that.
ration. They've never seen anything like that. Like
Like,
you see, like one of their
whatever
fingers
map
is like
he's making,
rotted
like,
off.
it's
It's just
changed every
like
time.
bone sticking out.
So I don't
Like
know
they've
how
just
to
been
rely on it.
like the sheer level of survival have been insane.
So knowing that outside is basically just one big fuck off illusion that's slightly underpowered,
Yeah.
and with what Nikolai just told me, would it be reasonable to assume that the illusion may be constantly changing a little bit?
Roll an Arcana.
I'm going to try to study the maps that are there to see if there's any even remotely consistency, like a path or something that kind of looks like the same, but everything else around it's different, kind of thing. Can I?
22.
22. For you just kind of looking at the maps. You're just starting to lay them out a little bit there, and you're like, you know how to look at parchment. It's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
You quickly see Mongo start laying these out like almost like he's working at a post office delivering mail, put them in the right box, and he lays them out in like a chronological order, almost like fantastically.
Okay.
It's easy for you. You're like, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. This one's a little bit older. This goes here, this goes here. You're just kind of like laying them out in a chronological order, and you're just kind of like surmising a timeline of things here. And this is making it easier for you too. That towards the beginning, when they were starting to investigate this place, they were more sane, and as it went on, it gets more and more erratic.
Hmm.
The line work gets more erratic, directions get more erratic. And you do find some notes on there that are written in, do you speak Elven?
I do.
You do find some notes on there that are in Elven that they did find other survivors or try to help people. And they're marked on the notes, on the maps themselves. But you're seeing in like other ones that they're no longer alive.
Hmm.
But the means aren't listed as to that because they're so erratically done. And you're starting to correlate, cross-reference things on your map that you're putting together with this one. And the birds are just watching this guy like a fucking hawk. And even the birds are questioning the food that they're being given.
I'm going to make hand signals to them. Try to communicate best I can. If they move toward us.
Roll an animal handling.
Mm-hmm.
Were they able to make any patterns of the pathways? Like,
To you, it looks like a bunch of fucked up line work. Like if this was like an or if this was like a schematic, you'd question this person making anything that you. It's worse than anything Scab's ever made.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I'm just tapping my fingers on my shoulder because that was a one.
One.
so I'm not seeing any
You're kind of
patterns?
standing there and you kind of like tapping your shoulder and then you accidentally tap that injury and you're just like, because it's still sore.
So I'm not seeing any patterns come out.
No, but you do spot some of the writing that he sees, but it doesn't seem like normal writing to you because do you speak Elven?
I speak Sylvan.
Yeah. Completely different.
Hmm.
What are you doing with the? You just completely abandoned the food too?
Oh, I'm not eating the food that you provided because I'm more focused on trying to find something that makes sense.
And the birds are just kind of looking at you a little weird, wondering if you're okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait till the new one kind of turns around, then motion to, well, any of them that I'll see.
Do I notice any patterns, any consistency patterns that are going on? Anything that's like remotely similar all the way through?
That's what I looked for earlier. Apparently, I didn't get any.
So, with your knowledge of like things of this nature, you're kind of seeing the same randomness as your brother. And you're kind of seeing him a little bit lost, and you start working with Nikolai a little bit, and he starts pointing out things, and you start pointing out things. That basically they started traveling outwards at the beginning, but eventually just started going in a circle and spiraling and going out even less further and less further and less further. That while there are you're picking up on the pattern, while there are like shapes that don't make any sense, you're realizing that they're descending into a much more state of manic and madness, and that's why the shapes are making less and less sense.
Alright. Doesn't look like we're gonna find much here.
What's your name?
And they just kind of look over and they're just like, survived.
Survived. What's the name of the boss of this place?
They're
The
just
guy that's killing everybody. Do you know where they are?
What's the number 3 mean to you?
they're like, and they just look terrified.
Or 4.
And they're like, shh.
I don't think you have to worry about 4 anymore. We took care of that.
And they just look a bit terrified at this group at this point.
Find them. And talk quietly.
Right. And they just kind of, they just kind of make a circle and they just point to the middle of the circle.
That's where we're going.
You guys can do investigations if you want. You're free to look around, do as you want.
I came out extremely
14.
10.
Investigate 4 times. I didn't find much of anything.
'Cause
23.
he seemed to lose his shit when I mentioned the number 3.
Well, you are at a low level, not on top of the stable now.
23.
There's only so much a mouse can see from a low level.
Yeah, sure. All right. I'll do an investigation now that I'm exposed and
Okay,
not hiding.
you got a what?
10.
10? You're kind of
18.
looking around a little bit and you're just kind of seeing all the signs of like, this person's fucking insane. What'd you get over there?
Fuck, 14.
14,
18.
18, and 20 something, right?
23.
So you guys are looking around a little bit and you're starting to pick up on how crazy this person is, but something catches your interest. You see like a line in the wall that doesn't make sense. That possibly leads to another room that's hidden much like the way you came in.
Okay. Okay. Think we should probably rest a bit. Maybe try and recover after that battle a bit. Somewhat safe. I'm gonna go ahead and lean over to Nikolai discreetly, very discreetly.
Roll stealth.
I will take that natural 20.
Okay, what are you relaying to Nikolai?
You understand Draconic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he grew up with you. I would hope he does.
So in Draconic, with a slight whisper, but like off to the sides that way, it's like not too noticeable that he would notice, but no one else that would understand wouldn't. There's a hidden room or something. You see that mark, that line?
You look over there.
Yeah, I'll look over there. Presumably he gives me an actual direction to look.
Yeah, you kind of look over nonchalantly in that direction, and there's a crack in the wall where you can squeeze through to this other room.
I'm gonna ask him a couple of questions.
Yeah, get attention.
I want you to see what that is over there, because they're hiding something.
Get their attention.
Okay.
Back turned away. I try to speak quietly.
Ah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
So, while he does it, I'm gonna try and distract him to
Yep.
help him a bit.
unless we-
Survived.
What's that?
That's a 5.
Well, you have advantage using a distraction.
Okay. Roll again. That's a much better roll. 17.
So, survived. How long have you, like, been exploring this area?
They're like, and they go back to the wall. It's not facing you. It's like the opposite wall. They start examining the lines on the wall, and you can see where they carve lines in the wall, and they get more sporadic.
A little nudge.
Yeah. What was that? Much
17 of the
17? Okay. Are you gonna sneak through that hole?
Yeah.
You go over and you kind of you start to squeeze through it. You kind of have to turn sideways and shimmy.
Mhm.
It's like going through a Fat Man's Pass. You're kind of shimmying through, and you're just you kind of shimmy your hips,
Yeah.
like you're dancing through the hole,
Exactly how you get through Batman's Pass.
and you kind of almost right out of the other side.
Okay. Take a
And
look. What's
it
going
is
on?
dark.
Okay. Goggles.
Goggles. you pull down the goggles, and as you do, this dim light that's just coming through there is ever so lightly illuminated, as dark vision is. It gives you that dim vision. You're just instantly, like, your heart just sinks all the way down into your lower guts.
Okay.
You're seeing all these skeletons in this room, the side room, that have been picked clean for meat, and you can see some of them still wearing clothes and armor, and are you going to wander through the room?
Yeah. I'm going to investigate.
You start wandering through the room, kind of overstepping things, and you're seeing 1, 2, 5, 7, 8 different skeletons of various races and types. Some still have meat on them, they're long decomposed. Some of them are missing bones. Some of them are missing limbs altogether in this side room that's hidden in the dark.
Okay. Look for anything of use, like equipment or something that was maybe left on the bodies or something like that. Identification, something.
Do an investigation.
18.
18. You don't really find anything in here. All of it's been picked completely clean.
That's all that's in here.
Yeah, and cobwebs. Lots of cobwebs.
Okay. I got an idea of where he gets the meat from.
You're over there like, oh, great.
It's Soylent Green.
It's people.
Surprise! Meal.
I go over to I look I want to specifically look for one that looks the freshest.
Okay.
Even if it's completely clean, I'm looking for whatever looks like the freshest, the newest corpse or corpse
Survival.
portions that are there.
Yeah. Do a survival there, buddy. The rest of you?
I'm still keeping him
It's
distracted.
Still impatiently waiting to leave.
18.
Huh, you might have a place to actually rest for a while.
That would be nice.
Kyan won't be sleeping. She'll be staying awake the entire time.
Stay on watch the entire time.
Yep.
You can always put the birds on watch or feisty.
She's staying awake the entire time.
You can tell you're out of this place.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm still gonna try and keep him distracted as much as I can.
Alright, what are you doing to do that?
How did you I know you said your name survived and you've been here so long. How did you manage to hide from these entities?
They just kind of start moving around and they hold up their cloak that's been painted.
Camouflage.
And their shoes are padded to be quieter.
It's impressive. It's weird, but effective.
It's, you would do anything to survive in a place like this. Longo, you doing anything? You see Cayenne looking very angry and impatient. More so than usual.
Make sure I'm out of the way of her glaive. Kind of walk around.
I'm gonna move away from the death radius.
Uh-huh.
Nikolai,
Thank you on my survival.
you rummage through a little bit and you can see one that was like haphazardly just stuffed in here, like just tossed in. And you kind of go over to it and you find a piece of like meat on it. You pull it off and you're kind of looking over it and you're trying to figure out how to see how fresh this is. It's fairly stiff. It's probably on your understanding of things, as far as your understanding of survival goes,
Mm-hmm.
probably a few months old.
Any idea by the structure of the skeleton, perhaps what it is? Or
Some
the
sort of,
clothing or anything like that?
there's no clothing on it. It was some sort of humanoid.
Something like that. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. That's just corpses, clothing, scraps of clothing, nothing. Okay.
Mhm.
And some, and the freshest thing that's in there, a couple months or so, been in there.
Okay.
I'll sneak out.
Stealth, bud. You're trying to keep them distracted.
Alright.
Does that give me
Yes,
advantage?
where were you from beforehand?
Like, the other world. It had color.
Yeah, the cities. And the towns.
Did I get advantage on that? That's distracting still? Or?
Yeah, he's doing a damn good job of distracting. He's the most colorful thing that this thing has seen in a while. Natural 20?
Hmm?
You get out with no problem and you kind of stumble over something and you kind of look down at what it was as you stumble out. You pick it up and it's about your size and you're realizing it's a spell book.
Put that in my bag of book holding.
Okay. It's hard. You have to force it in because it's just that magical nature, fighting magical nature. But eventually, you push it in, and your bag just feels really heavy. But
It's no good, but I guess I'll figure it out. Make a better one.
Do you remember the name of the place you originally came from?
they just look at you over, and they're like, and they look over at like one of those nondescript, invisible. No, I don't know. And you just see this person is just basically just staring Scap up and down like it's the most interesting thing they've seen in a while. It's almost terrifying.
When I get through, who's the first of my siblings that I see?
Manga.
Mongo. I'll quietly move over to Mongo
Mm-hmm.
and attempt to inform him of what I found.
Okay.
So,
So 5. Sign up.
You hear, and you hear him just come up to you and just nudges you in the ribs, and it nearly makes you jump.
Take
Oh.
an E.
look, I go ahead and pull out one of my the water skin and a tiny bit of fresh water.
They take the water and they start drinking it very.
I'm doing the best I
Cautiously.
can here, guys.
Roll a performance, man.
And quietly
You-
whisper to Mungo.
All right, that's actually
You can do a perception if you want.
We should quietly whisper to Mungo.
1 sec.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
17.
Yep, you can roll that stealth though.
That's a 10.
10. As you're looking over at your brother's
Natural
scav,
20.
you look over and you see these two talking to each other and seeming trying to possibly indiscreet about it. And you see him nearly bury his face into Mongo's ear. Climbing on top of you.
I'd take a knee and like start making it look like I'm adjusting.
Yeah, but
Like
he's
mine.
just like climbing on top of you, just stuffing his face into your ear so you can hear it directly.
Just gonna a little loudly say, "What's the secret over there?"
I take the nearest thing that I have nearby. Just like help time with it.
You just get hit by a little pebble.
And you see a very nervous scab. Like, what are you doing?
I'll just roll my eyes and go back to staring at Nikolai and Mongo.
You can tell Mongo what you want to tell him.
Well, I want to see if this
Making
guy
sure-
is watching us.
Making sure to point out Nikolai's location to the new guy.
And this
In the
guy
process.
is very intent on like secrets. Secrets.
Yes.
They have secrets.
What secrets do you have?
I don't have any secrets.
Really?
I just survive. I'm the secret.
I'm not telling him anything right now because this is
And he's just kind of watching each of you. And he's just kind of looking over at Feisty. He's looking at the birds very cautiously.
I'm gonna go over to Feisty, give her a little pat.
She goes, ah.
I know.
She starts pawing around your bag looking for barbecue.
Don't have any more, but you can have this, and I pull out some of the jerky from one of the rations.
She
From
starts,
my own rations, I guess.
she starts chewing on it very angrily chewing it. Like if Cayenne was chewing on something angrily.
Don't worry, you definitely more than earned some of the best barbecue
what I'm
we
doing.
can find.
we're gonna pull out me and Mongo's little crib sheet.
Yep.
I'm gonna use it to translate what I saw to Mongo. Like we're gonna, hey, now that we have a moment, show me how to do this mending stuff, and I'm gonna go through pointing at the symbols to formulate what I saw.
Do an arcana.
Okie dokie.
I'm not actually making the spell. I'm trying to use the crib
Yeah.
sheet as a
You're
language
using that
translation.
as you're trying to tell me that you saw all the skeletons without
Yes,
actually
cipher
telling me.
people and
They're being all like spy versus spy over here, and you're like, can we just kill the guy already?
Yeah, basically. Cayenne is clenching her glaive harder at this point. You can probably hear some very, very soft snaps. She's just waiting.
What'd you roll there? Mongo starts looking at it and he's like, I don't understand.
Okay,
The fuck do you mean? That's not part of any fucking spell.
And the person comes over. And he grabs the cipher and he goes over to the fire.
no.
Mage hand it right back.
And he just looks over and he's like,
We were trying to. Sorry. Thank you.
We're family. Family gets loud.
and then you see this
Sometimes.
person becoming more erratic as noise is made. Like,
Oh, he's not gonna like my spell.
So I bring my. Let's explain it quieter. Come here.
Okay,
I'm going
fine.
to
Try
attempt
making sense
to
this time.
get the birds to move closer to the person
all right, roll that
and
animal.
block
Find
them.
out.
Do that animal handling. Scav.
I want to go ahead,
I'm not talking out loud.
have Feisty
Moving
come
on.
over
I have a
with
secret.
me closer to the person as well.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen creatures like these before?
Oh, you're trying to distract him with Feisty?
Yeah.
And Feisty just kind of, she's gonna roll performance. Oh, I wish that was better. Let's see how much they buy into
I'm
this.
sure Feisty understands Cobalt since I've probably been teaching her like some of
Ah.
and such, right?
She just kind of puffs up a little bit and tries to look proud, but it's not too proud because she's more nervous of this person. And you can see how a bit nervous and like she just is kind of like on edge.
It's like, it's okay, Feisty. And I go ahead and
Roll that Arcana
I think
again.
he understands now.
Yeah, that we're trying to.
Yep, roll that Arcana. Come on, buddy. Roll another one.
Well, there's a 7 behind that one, so
Oh,
that's and Arcana. I have that fucking number. Yeah, 5, 22 again.
You look over the cipher and you get actually what he's saying, and you put two and together because your brain didn't click it at first, and you're like, oh, there's a room full of dead bodies.
Oh,
So I'm gonna go ahead and in Kobold speak to Feisty and tell him, just play along.
Feisty looks
We're
at you.
trying to distract him.
Feisty's just kind of,
Show him your little invisibility. What? Watch this.
No kidding.
Feisty's like, you just see her look tired. She's like,
It's okay, Feisty. Trust me, you're gonna get
2 seconds. Yeah,
a lot of barbecue. I promise.
and Feisty just makes this motion.
You know what? Yes.
She's less annoyed by you most of the time. Why don't you go tell her?
Yes. Okay.
Feisty does the invisible thing. And you see this person instantly just pull out a blade and like going to stab where Feisty was at.
And I go ahead and just hold back, and it's like, it's okay. Watch. Go ahead, Feisty.
And you see this person getting really antsy about Feisty going invisible.
I rolled a modified 20 for my animal handling to make the birds move in between to block the person from any of us.
Right, you three are safe because the birds just kind of move to the middle of the room, blocking any passage. But Scav and Feisty are like right up close. They can't get between them.
I was trying to do that before them.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way over to Cayenne, grab just like a spare piece of parchment,
Mm-hmm.
prestidigitate. He's lost his fucking mind. And Nikolai found a room full of skeletons.
I kind of already picked up that he's lost his fucking mind. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, but now I'm showing you a piece of paper that says that he's got a room full of skeletons.
And then I will point to my glaive and do a motion like this. And like this. Like, what the fuck is taking so long is what I'll be mouthing.
I'm saying no.
I love Cayenne's
I'm just
approach
gonna
to
go over there. I'm just going.
There's a problem.
He's not
I kill it,
bad.
no
He's
more
not
problem.
lost. We need to help him.
Or he's trying to get us to stay here so he can fucking eat us too. You stupid mouse. I'm not staying here any longer. If you want to and you die and become his next meal, by all means, you go the fuck ahead. Because otherwise, I would much rather run him clean through and get rid of the body because he's already tried to kill himself more than once because obviously he don't want to fucking live anymore and he was a puppet like me.
You weren't a puppet. You were trying to make
You see it as helping because you're naive and stupid sometimes, Nikolai.
You don't trust your own reflection in the mirror.
I love the argument between the group.
Since when have I ever been scared of my own reflection? Mister
What
was covered in
I-
water, thought you were covered in blood.
That was a bad dream. I'm
Okay.
saying you don't trust anybody for anything, for any reason, at any time, ever.
Except for you guys.
us.
You don't trust me.
I don't trust you going through my stuff because you break it every time.
No,
I am justified in my reason for not trusting you on that.
Okay.
What are you doing, Scav, while
How many
the
letter
three
straps have
the
you
three are
stolen from me?
bickering?
At this point, I'm
How many
probably
metal
just
pieces
as
have you stolen
confused
from
and
me?
looking over like,
How
what the
many
hell is
pieces
going
of
on?
nature have you destroyed?
You see Scav looking over at you guys very confused, and Feisty just kind of has her head tilted.
I don't think he's bad.
What are you guys
He's
doing?
a good person.
No, nothing. Just found the piece of paper that I found. Totally trying to play it off.
Roll
They're
a
trying to
performance.
explain the map to me, and I don't understand any of it.
You roll a performance. Yeah.
21.
I'll go over to
That's a 2.
you,
A
Scout.
2? Oh, it's coming very much across like a fuck you.
Yeah.
I will speak.
That's what
quietly
I'm assuming you're going for, is a very much a fuck
in
you.
Draconic.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to say that in Druidic, but it just sounds like gibberish.
You hear one of the mushrooms.
So I'm going over to Scavus quietly and Draconic. I don't think he's a bad man. He's just lost, like mentally lost. He's trying to help us. We should help him. Cayenne just wants to kill him.
Roll a stealth there. Because you're trying to be very stealthy.
Yeah. 14?
Gonna look this dude up and down.
Go ahead. Do it.
I know he's not a spellcaster, probably, but
Perception, investigation, whatever you want to roll there. What was that on your stealth?
14.
Based on what he's saying, I'm gonna try and insight and see. Does this feel like a trap, or does this feel like genuine assistance?
You can certainly try.
Do you have that good and evil shit?
Yeah.
That is a 24. No, 23. Sorry.
23. Are you gonna burn that detect good and evil? Or
This is just straight insight.
insight? Straight insight? You're looking at the posture of this person. You studied, like, you know, some city predators and whatnot. And as you look over from the information that you've gotten from your siblings, it's just a fire alarm of bad going off.
Okay.
okie dokie.
Well,
Do I know about how tough this guy is?
He's scraggly. Like, almost a wiry type of survivalist. What'd you get on your die roll? And what were you rolling for?
Basically, I'm just trying to determine how much HP he has.
Okay.
That's the out of character
Yeah.
amount. In character, I'm just trying to. If I cast a spell
Trying
on
to
him,
size
let's
him
see.
up.
Yeah. I'm thinking about casting a spell on him, and I want to.
So they just kind of brush you off a little bit, and they go over to that, like, well, it could be considered like an island or a bar stand where your friend is at, and they pick up a piece of like a sharp something. It looks like they basically formed glass into like a butcher's knife, and they're just hacking away at something, and you can hear them like, "Oh, I'll get yours in a minute. Hold on."
Oh, okay. I'm going to start tapping out in that kind of like artificer kind of communication.
Mm-hmm.
And basically I'm gonna tell them there's folks here that don't trust you and I can't stop them. We need to figure out how to trust you.
And
I don't know how detailed it can get, but that's the message I'm trying to
roll a performance there, man. Roll a performance, little mouse dude.
Not bad. 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like tapping it out, and they just kind of, you know, you hear a very loud spork as they cut through something, and they just put something on a plate, and they set it in front of the guy, and you can see there's blood pooled there on the plate, and they just take the rest and they start scooping it into that pot.
Mm-hmm. No response.
I'm gonna go ahead and speak over to Feisty and Kobold. Feisty, something seems wrong. I want you to go invisible and just keep your eyes on this one. I think they might do something.
Feisty goes invisible and starts wandering in that direction, and you see the table just get bumped completely over, and another thing get knocked over and just shatters across the floor.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Feisty rolled a 1.
Oh,
On
yeah.
stealth.
Well, she's invisible. It's like a bumbling ghost. And the person immediately turns around, takes a swipe with a butcher's knife. Oh, boy, this is not going to end well. Okay, I will roll this in. Okay.
Well, we tried to see.
So they turn around and they bring around that one cleaver they were using to push in, and you just see a line of blood just go across the air. And Feisty immediately comes uninvisible, paw up, and swipes across, and you just see blood splatter across the wall.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
How far away am I?
You're less than 15 away.
Did the guy lose his grip on that weapon?
He kind of stumbles back a bit, but he still has his grip on it.
So, I guess this is happening then.
Feisty rolled a 1 and started fuck out of this dude.
How far away is he from me?
About 20.
I'm gonna see what the dude is doing for a second.
He just looks at the blood and stuff and just raises the butcher knife and starts going after Feisty again.
Feisty's
Knife.
invisible. I think you can see her.
No, she's visible now. She
Oh.
came visible when she attacked.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Knife.
try to use Thorn Whip.
Roll. Or do I have to make a saving throw? I think,
I would
God.
like to try to use Mage Hand to disarm him. Take the knife out of his hand.
roll a Arcana.
I'm gonna at least try to aim with Thorn Whip toward the face or shoulder.
Oh,
That would be called shot, so disadvantage.
7.
14 for me.
7. You throw the knife and it hits the wall next to him, and he just kind of looks over. He's like,
It'll come back to you. Still.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
not
I
dead
used.
yet.
14 to hit.
14. That will just barely hit.
I make a clinking sound off to the side of him.
Damage would be 4.
4. You just launches forward. You just wrap it around his neck, and you pull. You have him basically restrained by this, and he just looks at the knife and goes to attack it. Wrong guy.
Knife. Okay.
Huh?
The knife?
No, he's using the cleaver thing, which is essentially a knife.
I wasn't able to disarm him.
Would you roll?
14.
14. And he just trying to hack away at your mind.
What are
Try
you
to-
doing?
I'm gonna try to pull him back. Like, just back up.
Roll a strength, and Feisty is just like full riled up, ready to go. Her nose is bleeding.
All right. I'm going to, with my bow, I'm not going to shoot him. Go over and, with, I guess, bludgeoning non-lethal, cold clock him right across like the head and try and knock him out.
Go for it.
I had a 17 for strength.
Oh yeah, you're dragging him forward.
Okay. So that would be strength instead of, so.
To
Yep.
explain what it looks like the scene with team roping, the cowboy on the horse holding the rope and pulling back,
Yeah,
backing up slowly.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Good thing it's a magical bow. I'd have been dumb to do it with a regular bow.
That's why I'm doing it.
Ooh, that's a natural 20 on his gun.
Stop.
And he just moves over and he kicks something. I need you two to make a reflex.
Modified 20.
Okay.
17.
17.
Funny, that's
So-
what I rolled.
So as you two are standing there, you're trying to back up with him, Cayenne. And you hear a whoosh behind you, and you jump forward, Mongo, instinctively. And you kind of like hop to the side, and this makeshift bed of spikes just comes out of the ground and hits the wall where you guys were standing. And you were standing right between the spikes perfectly, and you just kind of step through them. You're like,
Okay. This room's trapped.
and he just tried to take out 2 of your family members with a trap.
Right.
All right.
Quarterstaff.
Glaive.
Now it's time.
You're like,
Now,
fuck this.
now we just beat him like a pinata.
All right. This time the spear comes up.
All right, we'll go this way.
Okay.
I'm going to
Oh,
stab down at him with my glaive.
Well, he's dead now. Plus, he's got a shit ton of HP.
Or she rolls a 1.
18 to hit.
That will hit.
With a 7 damage.
That will stick.
Is he decapitated now?
I'm not aiming for the head or anything.
Just stab him.
Like when I'm stabbing down, like how I'm looking, that's not where I'm aiming.
Yeah,
Trying
you,
to
you bring
incapacitate.
the your weapon down and you catch him like right between the bone and you slightly twist it as you push it down to try and separate that shoulder, essentially.
God.
and you hear like it's like the bone. The tip of your blade is grinding against the bone, like if you cut into a steak and you're hitting the bone.
Okay.
Almost like a fork and a knife on a plate.
Mm.
But you can feel it inside your shoulder. And as you do that, he brings the cleaver around and you feel it hit right under your armor, right between the ribs, and dig in.
Mm.
For 4 points of damage. You see him retaliate to Cayenne.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. This is
Okay.
versatile. So
Feisty looks over you.
Okay. Now we attack.
quarter step modified 20.
Okay. Attack with your stick.
Yep.
Quarterstaffs are awesome, dude.
They're extremely versatile weapons.
You do more than just hit people with them.
You can also choose to be lethal or non-lethal.
8.
8? Fuck, for damage?
Yeah.
You can choose to be
Two-handed.
lethal,
1d8 plus 1.
Alright.
Yeah, if
Oh,
it's, certain weapons.
No, sorry, that was entirely wrong. 1d8 plus 1. 6.
Most
Okay,
weapons
6.
do
I was gonna
don't
say,
have
like,
that option.
what
Hit
kind
him
of
with the
strength
flat.
you have? Are you a strong whiz?
Well, I do have a plus 1.
That doesn't make you strong.
No.
That just makes you above.
Average.
Slightly
Way
above average.
You can,
I think I'm the strongest one in the party.
oh yeah, probably.
I'm sitting at a
20.
14.
Actually, I think Feisty is.
17 plus 3.
Jesus. So you see what Cayenne's doing, and you shove your quarterstaff in from the low angle. Well, she's pushing up. You're pulling down, and you hear a loud snap.
Oh. Oh, he ain't using that fucking arm for a little while.
And the blood's just running down the quarterstaff all over your paws now.
Oh, fuck's sakes. Can I clean it? Why does everything have to be so fucking gross?
You're in melee, man. It's always gross and gooey. Nikolai,
Yeah.
go.
How close is everybody to him?
Oh, they're all up in his face at this point. They're less than 5 from him.
Me and Mongo are basically over top of him.
Yeah, did you hear the beating him like a pinata comment? Because that's exactly what we're fucking doing.
It's really.
Go for the tendons, boo. Go for the tendons.
Yeah, I
Yes,
mean,
boo.
Yeah.
getting low on ammunition. The only thing he has unlimited use of is produce fire. So I guess I'll light him on fire.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, no.
Are we the bad guys?
Not necessarily.
Take that for home invasion, motherfucker.
Like I was trying to help him, but that all went to shit.
Try to be nice to us.
Yeah, that'll teach you for being nice to us. 13.
13 does not hit. You
Okay.
with him moving around and the other like hooves and paws, you're just like, ah! And you just hit the floor next to it. Scav, you and Feist, you're up.
Feisty, restrain him with the tentacles. I am going to.
Roll animal handling
Okay.
there.
I will say survive. Some of us don't want to kill you.
17.
17? And you're saying restrain him?
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna roll brute fucking strength on this.
Yeah, that's how you do it, right?
Ooh.
The strength attack. The strength attack.
So Feisty just kind of looks around and she's just like trying to figure it out, and she wraps her tentacles around the neck, and you hear it squeeze, and you hear a slight pop
Oh.
as his esophagus is starting to just collapse and break.
Well,
Can't move if you can't breathe.
yep. I guess I'll go ahead and stab him with my
it'll take
spear.
about-
And you
about
hear that
3 minutes
familiar
before that
wheezing
doubles
sound
restart.
as the esophagus is basically being punctured.
Oh, yeah. it cooks. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's still you. Would you roll?
Oh, this poor bastard. It's not a nat 20, but that's still gonna hurt. You know. That's a 23.
To hit with what?
My spear.
Okay.
And it's a flaming spear.
How's it flaming?
It's covered in oil. Oh, no one lit it on fire. Unless, no, he is on fire.
No, he
No.
isn't.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
thought
hit
you
him.
No, he isn't.
Oh, he's
No.
not.
Missed.
I missed.
Oh, it's just gonna be a regular spear. for total of 3 points of damage. 'Cause I thought he was on fire, so it's like, this is not going to be good for him.
So you're kind of trying to move around with the party, and you go from the side, and you hit right between the ribs, and you feel your spear go in, and you feel the pop of something as it goes in.
Oh god.
Yeah, back to you, Guyan.
I don't feel good about this.
I'm just going to step on the back of this dude's neck with just as much
He's
of my
still
weight.
standing.
I thought we
You're
had him on the
kidding.
ground.
No, you have him still standing because Feisty has her tentacles around his neck, basically keeping him up. And your quarterstaff is at an upper angle.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will try to move my glaive through this dude the rest of the way and just pull back
Roll.
to hook.
Yeah. Roll that attack.
To eviscerate him.
21 to hit
Oh, that's easy.
with 13 damage.
Yeah, so you see Cayenne, and she just kind of, she has her spear at an angle, and she just moves it, and she just gets the back end with anger and pulls it down, and it cuts from here all the way down to the kneecap at a very jagged angle. You can make a dex for me.
Oh.
You
This is
think
gonna
you
get
know
gross,
prestidigitation
isn't it?
perfectly.
Mm,
5.
5.
oh,
So as you're standing there, you watch this happen. You immediately start panicking and trying to pick a direction, and the body falls towards you because of the angle, and all of its insides just fall out on top of you and just kind of lather you like oversized udon noodles coated in spaghetti sauce that are slightly slimy.
Jeez, poor Mongo can never catch a break when it comes to messing.
because we're right beside each other, I see this.
I
Yeah,
just realized pack tank because I didn't roll for it.
yeah.
I need to get good at that.
Are there any entrails like hanging on him or anything?
Oh, it looks like she's just draped in confetti.
I'm going to just, with my hands, help get that off of him.
No! Having a very bad day right now. Trying not to do the anger thing and failing at it miserably.
You pull it off, and the others just fall around your neck like an untied tie. You can feel it slide down between your robes and your
No.
clothes.
Mongo, Mongo, if you let me help get off the big pieces, you can. The P word quicker.
Well, on the bright side, the birds can eat now.
They're probably already on it.
The birds are just waiting for the go ahead.
I'm
Mongo's
just
like,
gonna frantically wave them over.
Make
The
sure
birds
no
come
one
over
backs
and
up.
they-
Getting this shit off of me and just walking off into a corner trying to.
as you start walking off, you kind of trip and stumble a little bit because one of them's wrapped around your leg. And the birds kind of come over and they start grooming
Oh,
you.
I start beating the shit out of it with my quarterstaff.
Wait, everybody, don't move too much. This room's trapped.
You can do it.
Yeah. Start searching for other traps.
Searching for traps.
Definitely.
That search or survival?
15.
Survival.
Survival, not a search.
There is no
Or
search. It's either investigation,
investigation.
perception.
Wow, this NPC is holding their own better than most of us around.
If it was investigation, I rolled a 1, so.
You're too amused watching the birds play tug of war with an intestine, and you hear some slurping sound from them as they suck whatever's out of the intestine out.
Fucking eat.
So that was a 15.
16 for me.
So you guys start searching around very carefully. You're finding traps everywhere.
Like the kind of traps I would make.
Darts, you're finding more like beds of spikes, and you're finding all sorts of like the beds are even booby trapped.
Don't sit down, nobody.
But you guys can go through and start disarming those.
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and like try and salvage what I can from them too.
Yeah. Mongo's just in recitation.
Oh no, he's still pissed. Because every goddamn time he turns around, he's covered in some motherfucking yuck. God, maybe I should have fucking done Necromancer. Holy shit.
And if you had done that, you probably never had the opportunity to enjoy it.
If Mongo were a weaker or lesser prideful cat, he would be emotionally scarred or damaged by repeatedly discussing things encasing him.
Who says he's not emotionally scarred?
He's got a pretty good fortitude at this point.
or he's starting to break and his brain just doesn't process it anymore.
That's probably a bit
You
close.
see the birds eating basically at all the innards, and Feisty just kind of flops down, and you hear a loud crunch as she crunches the orbital.
I'm gonna let them do their thing.
I'll
Just
prestidigitate
gonna keep
his
trying
corpse
to-
to smell like barbecue for him.
Set off traps and carefully and salvage what I can from them.
You guys can
Darts,
start investigating
blades.
further.
Yep. Disable these traps and stuff.
Mhm.
Gotta make any rolls on it, or are we just gonna be able to do it?
Sleight of hand. What are you doing, Mongo? Now that you're basically gone through your ritual of adding a +1 to your cleaning process.
Yeah.
That was a 14 on the sleight of hand.
All right.
Try to clean
21 for
myself
me.
some more.
And some more.
Yeah. Maybe look around a little bit.
Do an investigation.
21 on my sleight of hand.
Okay. What was yours?
14.
You're going through and doing that. You're just kind of like working on traps, but that book is fucking just weighing you down a little bit on your movement.
18. Investigation.
Okay.
Oh, someone's moving the mic.
What are you doing, Cayenne?
I'm gonna take one of my health potions. Actually, no. I'm gonna eat one of the good berries, or actually 2 of the good berries that Stella gave me.
Okay. One of the larger ones.
Yeah.
So those are 2 each.
2 points each.
Yep.
So that'd be 4.
How bad
So where I started.
did Feisty get hurt?
Oh, she took 4 points of damage.
Alright. I'm gonna use a fourth of my my greater torch.
Yeah, it's from like it's clear across her snoot.
Oh.
She recovers 8.
Hmm.
I use 1/4, so that has 3d4 instead of 4.
I mean, what can you expect when you accidentally swipe
Wow.
a cat?
How do you get 8 out of 1d4?
It's 4, because I rolled a 4, and then it's a +4 passively on the potion.
No, that would be just +1.
44 plus 4.
Yeah, but you're using a fourth of it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So it would just be
3.
it would be 5. But
Yeah.
she recovers 5.
Before we take a rest of any sort, I'm going to go over to the corpse, and I'm going to do gentle repose on it.
Okay. This should be fun. You haven't actually used this, have you?
No, I haven't.
Remember, you do have your halo of spores that you can use too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those damn passive things that people around you, huh?
Yep.
Essentially, touch corpse or other remains for the duration. The target is protected from decay and can't become undead. The spell also effectively extends the time limit, raising the target from the dead, since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time limit of spells such as Raise Dead.
Good spell.
Yeah, so I'll put my bag down in a safe spot because it's getting too heavy and you still gotta work on these traps, so that's what I'm working on.
You wander around a bit, Mongo, and you start just kind of like investigating the place. the areas that they've trapped so far. So far, you guys have found about 30 different traps.
Good
Jeez.
God.
I think there might be enough material to really put Ace back together.
And you eventually just find like this chest that's like a large chest that even Cayenne wouldn't be able to move.
Oh shit.
And you see all of these like intricate locks along it.
Hey guys,
Yes.
All right,
this.
don't touch it.
Yeah.
What is it? As I'm working on this spring here.
This spring goes wow.
Okay.
Kind of turn quick when I hear the noise.
What did you find? Like picking up darts that I've set off.
Pulling them out of the wall furniture. And you're you can do a nature on them.
Big fucking chest.
24.
24. You're looking at the darts, and you're just like, fuck that. They've been dipped in some very, very, very old rot.
Be very careful with these darts. These things are extremely toxic.
Oh, good. More yuck.
Might be able to
Uh,
sterilize them with some fire.
You've gathered 23 darts.
God damn. Okay.
Fuck. You know, I'm not that paranoid.
Any of this material kind of usable to put Ace back together?
You're finding various junk from like things that were taken apart. You find a few crossbows that were actually fashioned into traps. You found this one that actually amused you, and you pointed out to Scabbard. It basically comes up out of an area, and there's crossbows facing every direction. It seems like it would just spin and fire off all the shots.
I'll disassemble that. I'm gonna put this in the list of stuff to study tonight while resting.
But do you guys eventually wander over to what he's looking
Yeah.
at?
Yeah.
Well, if we got all the traps disabled, I think that's really important right now.
On the first floor, yes.
There's multiple floors.
There's the second floor.
Oh God.
The chest is on the first floor?
Yeah.
Okay, we're fine for now.
Look and see what's going on over there. Then.
What's this
Would you-
about a big chest?
Point right at it.
What are you up to, Cayenne?
Ah, locks.
Cayenne's just with the birds.
The birds?
She's just waiting for everyone to be done with the traps.
First floor safe to explore.
Yeah.
First floor. Yeah.
Oh, what's in the box?
You see this chest, and you can see 3 intricate locks.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
This one might be trapped too.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna check for that first.
Okay. I'm gonna help him.
Yeah, go ahead and check for traps there. You have advantage because he's helping you.
Okay. I'll keep the 14. So that would be sleight of hand, right?
Yep.
So 20. No, 14. 18, sorry. 18.
Okay. You begin going through this chest looking for traps, and you do realize it is trapped. And you see him having to like take off most of his gear, and he kind of crawls through one of the locks, and you hear him just kind of like making his way through the side, avoiding
Fucking
things.
weird.
Huge ass
Interesting.
locks.
And you hear him get to a section of it, and you hear him basically going through the usual thing. And you hear various clicks, and you hear like another weird click, and you hear almost a panic, and you hear another click. And you see the back of the chest, the lower part of it, just open up and hit the ground, and it's like a loud metal clang.
The hell was that? Take a look.
And the entire part of this is rimmed with like this really thick metal. And you can see mechanisms were actually holding onto a scroll. And that if you undid this wrong, the scroll would go off. And you can see that when you were inside, you can see that there were various vents leading outward from the scroll.
That's a big ass box.
It's as big as, it's like a giant fucking chest that Cayenne can't carry.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit.
Big ass lock box. Is the scroll safe now?
You see the scroll, it's safe, and you can acquire it.
Yeah, I'll borrow it.
Yeah.
If there's a hole, I can stick it out to give to Mongo.
The entire part opened up to reveal the mechanism, so it could be repaired essentially.
Okay.
So the chest had just the scroll.
It's the back end of it. That was the trap.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
so
as far as I know, I think it's safe now.
you can do another investigation,
Yeah,
but he
well-
hands you a scroll.
Oh,
Be careful with that. I don't know what it does,
Well, hey,
but it's not good.
actually,
Natural 20? You do investigate this, and there are a few more traps in this thing.
oh,
I'll put the
Be
scroll
very
on the
careful,
floor and
Nikolai,
use his
there's
blood to
more
draw
traps.
the identify circle and start casting the ritual.
Well, I got a 16
All right.
on my traps. He
Assuming
says there is
birds
more
can
traps.
place the
Yeah,
effect.
and you start going back into it and climbing around, and you're just covered in oil and grease at this point.
That's what I do.
On business as usual.
And
so what trap did you find?
I'd point them out to him. As he
yeah,
goes
you're
through.
seeing a trap where if you open the actual chest and you get past the first one, that it would essentially spring shut like a bear trap.
Okay. All right. So study it, try to figure it out, see if I can disable it.
Go ahead and roll that.
I'm gonna help him with that too. I'm
The time passes while they're working on that, and you identify it, and it's a scroll of Cloud Kill. So if this thing triggered,
I'm making sure that opening the scroll isn't going to trigger it, and it's just a scroll of it.
you do an Arcana.
Oh,
22.
fuck.
22?
Mhm.
You disable it.
Okay.
Beforehand, I let everybody else know
Yeah,
and
go
go
ahead.
to a far, far corner where
Go
it
ahead.
might not be in the blast radius.
Diane?
Oh.
She's just doing as quick of an inspection in the area that she's in, and then promptly looking for a way to leave the area to lead back outside.
Okay, you go ahead and roll. What was your investigation? What'd you roll there, Mongo?
Investigation was
21.
14.
Okay.
I just love fucking with you guys.
All of a sudden, we're choking to death.
What was that?
14.
You investigate around a little bit, and you kind of look around a bit. And you start looking under beds and corners and around where they prepare food and rot and stuff like that. Familiar areas to look for what you want to be looking for. And you do find like a little mushroom growing out of a corner.
I'll take it.
All right. So you get the point that the scroll, you can read it. It's not, you won't trigger it. That essentially that trap would have actually just illuminated the runes and triggered it instantly if you had done something.
Oh, fuck.
Do you see anything else, Scav, out there?
There's another one.
There's another one. All right, where?
Point it
Take a
out.
look at it.
Please be careful. I'm gonna help him again.
Okay.
14. So 20 to see what he's showing.
You work your way down or back along the. So he's examining the open section,
Mhm.
and you go back to the open section. You kind of crawl in, and you go through where the scroll is at. There's a little duct. You have to basically squeeze in there, like smaller than you want to. And you get to an area, and you pull down your goggles because it's absolutely pitch black,
Mhm.
and your heart just stops
No shit.
because you're seeing that there's fuses going in every single direction, and the entire bottom of this thing is lined with dynamite.
Oh crap. Holy shit. So does it seem to all like terminate into one spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, if you do something wrong with opening it, it would trigger it and set off all the fuses, and it would just be one big explosion.
So I know enough about explosives to know that just cutting the word terminates is safe.
Not this one. You'd need Scab's guidance.
This is something I might actually be able to help you with because I've worked with explosives quite often.
Explain what I'm seeing. Think if I could just cut the where it terminates, we're okay.
Scab, you know how dangerous this is, and you're terrified.
No, don't do that.
What? What would I do?
So, if you do this wrong, we
The-
could all very well meet a very early grave.
No shit.
You know that if this is cut wrong, this room won't exist anymore.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at what? 12 sticks of explosive here?
Oh.
How well do you try? Okay. How well does he explain this?
Go and do a performance on that. That determine your how much you get to roll.
That's a 9.
A 9. He's like, there's a chord going this way, a chord going that way, one going this way. It's like if an anonymous bomb expert is explaining to an advanced bomb expert.
Okay.
You can roll a wisdom at disadvantage there, Scav, since it was poorly explained.
You want to come in here and do this?
He can't get in there.
I know, that was the point.
You said disadvantage? You said wisdom, right?
Yeah.
That's a 14.
A 14, well, he's explaining it like a basically Cayenne trying to explain Arcana. You do get what he's saying, and you realize that to basically diffuse this, you're going to have to remove the lock that it's attached to and very carefully slide it out to get to the fuse system.
All right. Okay.
And it's going to have to be coordinated where he has to cut a cord and you have to cut a cord at the exact same time.
You need to get out of there, Scabbard.
I stay
I
in
mean,
here?
Nikolai. I'm thinking to myself.
You hear a Scabbard say, "You got to get out of there, Scabbard."
I didn't do anything yet!
Oh, great. He's infected.
Nikolai,
What?
climb out of there. There's not much you can do inside of there. The mechanism is on the outside.
No, he has to cut from in there, and you have to cut from outside at the same time.
But we
Alright, which one do I cut?
none of them.
What?
The lock has to be removed very carefully, and then it can be cut.
So, I can do that from in here?
No, the lock's on the outside.
So you have to remove the lock. He has to stay where he's at.
I don't know if this is worth it.
What do we have to do to diffuse this, man?
Stuff that is extremely complicated. We have to cut the right wires at the exact same time, and we have to be extremely intricate and very delicate. And I do not have the confidence to do that.
Feisty comes over and she's looking at the box, and you see her contemplating just bapping it.
No, no,
No.
no. Feisty, this room will cease to exist if this trap goes off.
And she's,
That means that you, me, Kyan, Mongo, Nikolai,
and you realize that
Birds-
Tinkering Twins actually have to succeed in something.
Especially Nikolai will be
So-
evaporated.
Go ahead and start removing that lock with sleight of hand.
I want to. Okay.
While Cayenne is just laying over there next to the
So-
birds. She's just gonna look over her shoulder and yell, "If y'all fuck this up, I'm haunting at you very badly in the afterlife. I'm going
From
to."
what Scav is saying, I think if we fuck this up, we're hunting each other.
It's gonna be a haunt off.
But I think we can do it.
So yeah,
Meaning
add
I will
that
be
scroll to your
removing your
inventory.
head in the afterlife many
Obviously.
times over. And mutilating your
That's not
corpse in the
very
worst
right.
ways possible.
Can I take 10 or even 20 by
Yes,
just.
yes, you can.
I'm gonna take 20 on this and just hang as long as I can.
Can you take 50?
Jesus Christ, no.
Alright, so what are we going to have to roll here?
Wait until see what he rolls.
Oh god.
You
Wow,
probably
wow.
just get comfy.
We can go through and start
28.
28.
sketching
With
down.
that, so you
Start
pull out
sketching
your
down what I'm
kit.
seeing here.
You go and get Nikolai's kit, and you set it down next to you, and you slide this ring this way, and you use pliers, and you just pop it off, and then you start undoing a sequence of screws around that, and you gently slide it forward, and then you turn it this way. You undo a few more screws, and you slide it forward. And then you slide off another plate, and you undo a few more screws, and you slide it forward. And Nikolai, you hear clank as your passageway out is closed behind you.
Well, if we fail, I'll be a puddle of goo inside this thing. I'm stuck.
I change all the wires red and tell them to cut the red wire.
Don't do that. Don't put that evil on us. Don't you put that evil. Don't you put that curse on me.
I was joking. I didn't actually say that.
So am I cutting the wire now?
So you pull it out a little bit further, and you remove the last plating very, very delicately, and you see that there's a tumble system that you'll still have to go through to unlock this, because you'll have to put it all back in to unlock the actual chest. But you see the actual fuse system. There's a ball bearing that will slide down, break a vial that will basically drop the fuse and light it.
Fuck. Watch, all that's in there is his favorite pencil.
So a ball bearing that can slide and trigger the fuse. Do I see any possible way to prevent that ball bearing from moving?
Do an investigation.
Modify 20.
You start looking around a little bit, and you go through Nikolai's kit, and you find one of his magnets, and you hold it up, and it keeps the ball bearing in place.
Okay.
And now you can actually cut the wire, and he can cut the wire. So roll the sleight of hands.
Okay. Okay. Not bad.
13.
That is a 16.
You both count a little bit, and you cut the wires. Yours is slightly delayed. And you hear a tss. And
Oh, he didn't blow up.
and the plate behind you just clink.
Is it done?
You find a very comfy place to lay down. You get some of the bedding that was over there and just kind of stack it up and just flop over on it.
Can I remove the explosives?
It would take a very long time to remove them. You have to, basically, your probably best option is to move the chest to the side with Cayenne's help and take the entire bottom off.
What about making sure that none of the fuse wires that terminate to any of the explosives are like connected to like the primary,
You can take time
like
to do that.
extra diffusing?
You can take time to do that. Are you gonna reassemble the lock?
Very carefully, yes. I'm
You
gonna
have
take
advantage
time.
on this, so
Yeah,
you taking 20 and you're taking
I'm
20.
taking 20 to make sure that nothing.
You
Thank
wanna
God we have advantage on that.
you wanna examine your new mushroom?
Mhm.
Okay.
Nature or investigation?
Both. Why not both?
I'll be
Both,
39.
both are good.
Jesus Christ.
Haha, that's awesome.
Hey, 37 for me.
I got 18 for
In a row?
investigation and 25 with my modifier for nature.
Okay. You're examining this new mushroom, and immediately you start to see the signs of like your other mushrooms infecting this one with the like little bit of sentience they have. You start to see the development of it, but you're looking at the cap, and the cap itself looks like a bunch of swords just laid out, like the pattern of swords on along its little mushroom cap.
Mushroom
That's-
Montoya. Who
that's-
killed his father.
That's slightly terrifying.
Not allowed to do that, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so extremely stressful.
and eventually you crawl out after you fix all that. And
Unless
he's,
somebody puts fire in there, it's not going to explode anymore.
he's like pitch black from oil at this point. He matches his eyevolve. And you get the lock all put it back together.
Do you want to hand the?
Huh? What?
I just fucking clean them.
Okay. Investigate it one more time. Modified 20. Any other bullshittery that's gonna happen here?
It looks clear.
Think we can safely open it now.
Now you gotta pick the 3 locks.
For fuck's sake!
I'll try to work on it. I got the smaller tools, man.
All right.
You see just all these tools laying around this chest at this point as they're trying
Well,
to...
I had what'd you do with all my tools?
They're all right here.
While Cayenne
Fucking
is
hell.
in her comfy
I put them
spot
in. I
and
organized them properly.
examining the new shroom, I'm gonna take a good berry and shove it into my own ribs from that cleaver.
You reach out and you forget the cleaver's there and you pull it out and it makes a sticky sound because it's the dried blood. And you examine it. It looks like no broken glass was on it. You just kind of push a good berry in.
The same instances was still in my arm earlier.
Yep.
Earlier.
Yeah.
And you can feel the good berry go in and slightly push against your lung.
Ugh. While he's figuring out the lock and she's
Right
healing
now, I'm
herself
putting
up.
my tools back in order. You have no common whatever, dude. Like,
They're not
why
even...
did you put this here? It goes here.
Oh,
That
shitty.
sounds familiar.
While he does that,
Mongo, what are you doing?
Have I watched him pick locks before? No? Okay.
hey Mongo, you want to help me make a little area for us to just rest and recover?
You see Cayenne's already just flopped over on a bunch of mats.
Time to pick the locks.
We'll
Go
just
for
throw a couple of pillows here. It's like there's one for Skev, there's one for him, and I'll actually take time and make it really nice for me and Feisty. Because I know what cats want.
We do that. Once we finish with that, I'm gonna go upstairs and very carefully try and figure out the trap situation up there.
Go ahead.
You had a 6 on the first one.
You start to pick this lock and you put your hand in and the tumbler moves and just catches your wrist.
Shit!
Another natural 20. Something's gonna happen really bad soon.
Stop saying that shit. Just
And-
let it ride, dude.
And your hand is just now stuck in between the 2 tumble pieces. You're upstairs and you're just kind of moving around very carefully, hopping here and there occasionally. You've already spotted at least 20 traps, and then you move a bit further and you spot another 6 traps, and then you spot another 5 traps.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Very carefully. I'm gonna take time to disable them.
We're gonna get your hand out of there.
Roll Tinker at disadvantage.
How much time can I take on this one?
Take as much time as you want. Everybody's resting. Cayenne's probably cracking open her book at this point and just reading.
Guess it was meant to be. Sleight of hand, yeah, okay, so it'd be 15.
15. You reach over and you grab one of Scav's slightly bent screwdrivers and you push it in and you kind of leverage all the weight and you pull your hand out. It's,
A broken screwdriver was useful. Okay.
There's a modified 20 to start disabling traps.
you start disabling the traps and you come across one that you can't exactly disable. You're kind of terrified of it. You're seeing that there's various pressure plates around it and it's aimed at the point where you came up, and you're seeing that it's actually triggered to basically a wand.
Mongo?
This is about to get comfortable. What?
I found something that concerns your expertise. Please be extremely careful coming up here if you do investigate, but it's a wand.
Oh, look, Mongo bait.
Do I go? Do I not go?
Does this look like a fancy one, or is it just like a very simple one?
You can't tell because you can't get close enough.
I don't know what kind of wand this is.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's probably not good. Don't touch it.
I won't, but it is part of one of the traps up here.
Oh, then. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
What are you doing, Cayenne?
Make my way up the stairs.
Just reading my book. Just waiting.
Eventually, you're gonna doze off.
Yep, because I ain't got nothing better to do.
Okay. Tink, getting the thing open.
Yeah, I'm trying to continue to get this thing. I'm gonna leave that lock alone and work on the next one.
All right, roll for it.
I'm gonna point out all the various things and stuff that I haven't disabled yet to Mongo, so he knows.
So you get up there and you're seeing this wand just pointed in your guys' direction.
One.
One.
Mm-hmm.
You start working on this trap, and you kind of get up on it, and you kind of slip a little bit because you're covered in oil, and you fall back and you actually pull the tools out, and the tumbler comes down and comes around, and the other one comes up and it catches your foot, and you hear a crunch as your foot's just bent sideways slightly.
Ow! Fuck!
2 points of damage, and as you struggle a little bit, you feel them actually pushing tighter against each other, starting to separate your ankle.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ow. Reach up and try to get my foot out of there.
So this puzzle really stumped him.
He
Yeah.
might be stunned after this.
roll decent rolls to not die, but now can't just roll rolls to open the damn thing up.
That's actually a really good point. Feels like the wand of breaking would be great for traps.
It's a valid point.
It's a very valid point.
So, what are you doing, Mongo?
Look at this wand.
Do an investigation.
See if I can find out what the fuck it does.
Pull out your, start referencing your notes. Go
Yep.
and do an Arcana investigation. Actually, in both of them. And you're just kind of sitting there reading, and your little mushrooms are gathered around like it's story time. Birds are too. And Blip is actually on the book, and as you're reading, they're sidestepping to illuminate the next set of words, like a little nightlight.
I'm gonna send Noodle down to join story time.
Sentient book light.
15 on Arcana.
Mm-hmm. Okay, buddy. I know.
And 16 on investigation.
So you start investigating this, and you kind of look at it, and you kind of take a few different angles, and you're realizing it could very well be a wand of fireball.
Oh, that's not good for us. It's pointed right at us.
What was that?
Oh. We need to make sure that doesn't go off in our faces. That'll be. Well, I like my face and I want to keep it. That makes it go away along with the whole rest of me.
Oh.
And anybody else in, yeah, a bit of an area.
So,
Try to get my foot out of there.
roll. Did you roll?
Yeah, you didn't tell me to roll.
Thought I did.
Rolled a 5. What do I just dex or something?
Tinkering.
Tinkering. Oh. So 9.
9. You reach up and you start to work on this,
Roll worse shit today. This is fucking pissing me off.
and you roll. You start to move the gears, and you start to get it, and it kind of snaps the tool out, and you hear it just clank,
Ugh.
and you hear your ankle just.
Do we hear this?
That's a 4 points of damage as your foot is now your ankle is completely dislocated.
Yeah, he does yell out, "Ow!"
You hear a loud squeak from down below.
Heading downstairs very
Alright.
carefully.
Are you going to work on disabling this wand?
Can I even get to it?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I've been downstairs. I don't have a lot of experience at taking things apart.
We'll figure this out after we figure out what the hell's
Yep.
going on with Nikolai. It's head downstairs and investigate what's going on.
Kyan would definitely, since she's close by, she knows his squeaks. She'll very annoyed stand up.
And walk over.
Yeah.
You see Nikolai upside down with his foot inside of this lock, and you see a little bit of blood coming out.
Is it worth it, little brother?
I got this.
Okay, I'll leave you here. Bye.
you walk off.
No going upstairs for a bit.
That's fine. I'm just waiting on the way out. That's all I
Yeah,
care about.
Could you also make sure any little fuzzies and featheries don't go upstairs either?
They're more interested in staying down here.
You see the situation that Nikolai's in, and a little bit of blood that's trickling out of the lock.
Oh, that's not good. Alright. Hang on. I'm gonna go and help him get this out.
All that tinkering.
I wouldn't have been any help anyway. I
Yeah,
would have most likely picked it up and thrown the chest with
13.
him in it.
13. You very gingerly put it in there, and you can feel the screwdriver slide against your leg a little bit.
Sorry, brother. This is gonna
It's just
hurt.
right along the shin.
Oh.
And you kind of open it, and you just kind of like open it up, and you're able to get your ankle out, and you fall backwards. And it's like when Deadpool punched Colossus in the balls. Your ankle's just.
Alright.
You try to attach my ankle. Put it back together.
I'll go ahead. Since we're more than likely gonna rest here, I will cast Cure Wounds. After no, actually, I'm a medicine to try and reset.
Cure Wounds his foot at an angle.
Oh.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and reset this with medicine.
Go
That's
ahead.
exactly what I was going to do.
Let's say 16.
Okay, what'd you get?
Shit. Like, my dice are fucking betraying me. Like,
My God,
terrible.
there's just a pile of D20s over there.
7.
7. You start to like move it a bit, and you can feel like all the little fragments of bone moving around in there.
See him do
And-
this and bat his hand away.
And he resets it, and he binds it a little bit. And then he uses Cure Wounds on it.
And
I have never rolled so many below 4 rolls ever.
you recover 11.
And you can
This
move your
is
toes again,
absurd.
and you're doing great. Behold our Tom for tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oi.
I guess
Hey,
I'll try it out.
It ain't wrong if it's true.
I fucking know.
I'll go right back, and I'm going to the third one.
While he does that,
This
I'm gonna
is
try
either going to
save
kill me
him.
or I'm going to fix it.
Angry Feisty that does have barbecue.
That's a 12 for sleight of hand to disable a lock.
So you go to disable it, and you stop Nikolai really quick. What was
Well, I
your
got
roll?
a 15.
A 15?
Yeah.
And you realize it has to be the middle lock, the left lock, and then the right lock. And you realize it's 2, so you go back to the middle one. And you start working on it together, and you kind of get into the lock a little bit, being extra careful. And you eventually, after about 10 minutes, it just clicks right into the right place.
Just for clarification, the reason why I was upset, because that was still 15, which is not bad. I literally saw it on the 19, and then it just slowly fell to the knife.
It's like me rolling earlier and rolling 0 on a 2-sided die.
It's like,
Yeah, I picked it up and I rolled it, and it landed perfectly on its side.
Only
Yeah.
you.
You would do that.
You watched me do it.
I
You were
didn't see
sitting
it.
there.
I honestly didn't see it.
Tom even came over and looked at it.
yeah, she rolled it and literally that like that.
Anybody else I'd call bullshit.
And she didn't like set it down. She literally just rolled it, and it sat on its side.
So, Cayenne, you go back to reading?
Yeah.
Okay.
Work on the next one.
All right, roll it, guys.
Cayenne's just gonna read it.
Hey,
She just
not bad.
passes out at some
Modified
point.
20.
You get the second one with
17.
relatively ease. Now the third one.
Wait, no. Let me try it by myself.
Please be careful.
I have beef against this freaking box.
Do your thing.
I'm going to beat this box.
Turns out inside it's just a scroll of fuck you and annoyance.
The loot is in the other box.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. You see him just very angrily climbing, getting up there on this lock and just frustrated. And you see him break one of his tools and he throws it aside and gets another one and starts working on it. And he just keeps going at it. And you see all these scrapes and metal happening. And eventually you hear click. And you hear click, 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 click.
I
click.
start moving backwards.
I'm
And you-
backing up.
And you hear, like almost like a pachinko machine of something falling down inside, and you hear it click into place. And then you hear clink, 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 clink.
Get my knife
Lord!
ready.
Huh?
Get my knife ready.
And then you hear like scraping sounds of metal as some other locks are released on the top, and he just lifts ever so slightly.
Yes. All right. Open this thing up.
Do an investigation.
Did Nikolai take a level of barbarian there?
At this point, he might.
A barbarian rogue, huh?
It's a 15.
15?
12.
What'd you get? 12? What?
11 lower.
One?
Jesus.
You fireball the chest and burn all of the wonderful loot.
No.
You rolled a 1? Okay. Let's see.
I'm not upstairs. Downstairs.
Yep, I get that. You start climbing over to look in the lock, and you slip on where Nikolai's blood is, and just slide back down and just smack the tip of your upper lip into the actual lock ledge. And bounce your nose off of it too.
Jeez, you okay?
Yeah, right on you.
Today is just not
How
your
much
day,
damage?
brother.
Let me get enough d6s for him.
What the heck?
1.
Okay.
Huh.
New plan.
Are you gonna look back?
We
in the
find
toolkit?
Smiley, kill him, bring him back, kill him again for the bullshit we've had to deal with. The fuck is in that damn
There
thing?
better be something good in this box.
Gonna do investigations?
Yep, 15.
or we get more?
I'm asking him
Oh.
if he's gonna recover and try and do one.
I'm gonna clean myself off again and then clean what I slipped on.
We just need an image of Mongo. I'm going to clean myself off again with piles of guts around him.
That one refrigerator magic we have. There was a
That
wet
cat, yeah.
There's no such thing as too much
Too clean.
too much grooming or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8.
8. You try to climb back up there, but you're not having any luck. You guys look inside
Mm-hmm.
and illuminate it a little bit, and you see all sorts of things in there. You see like a few like potions in there. You see a dagger in there. You see a book in there that looks more old.
Okay.
You see a broken wand in there. You see like a little like almost like a voodoo doll in there as well.
Go through and
Start using
Salmon
your hand to pick
stuff.
everything up and pull it out of the box because it's a big ass box.
Yeah, you start getting in there. You find some gold and some platinum. You find 20 gold, 15 pieces of platinum. Write it down, Mr. Bank.
Yep.
Mr. Bank.
And you find a ring.
Alright. Pull all the items out, put them in a pile on the floor instead of in this box, which is bigger.
Yeah, you
than
see him
most of us.
take out all this stuff and just lay it out.
Use a mage hand. Just rub it on it.
I don't know if it's a smart idea to touch this ring or the book.
So I'm not touching it.
If you want, you can go investigate the stuff.
I'll go investigate the doll.
Okay.
And I want this box.
How much platinum?
I believe I said 15.
Hey, Mongo. Think Humphrey will, like, take this box with us?
The big ass one.
Yes! It is amazingly intricate!
You could learn how to do it instead.
Don't you have that little thing that can super shrink things and stuff?
I do. That didn't work with the cart.
How much gold?
I mean, the cart was
I
a bunch
believe
of things
10.
that were ramshackled together.
Oh, it was
So
very
you can
well
do an
built.
investigation.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. It wasn't a solid object.
The investigation is 21.
All right.
Well, neither
You pick it up.
was Mark
There's a
III.
little bit of weight to it. It almost, and you kind of look at it, and you're just feeling like, whenever he does spells, you can feel the magic that he does, and that kind of magic is radiating from this.
Like radiating from it, as in I can feel the magic that he's doing, or
That this doll is giving off the same kind of magic that when he does spells, essentially.
That's fucking weird.
I'll let you guys figure this out while I figure out the rest of the trap situation.
Oh, yeah, so there's more traps upstairs, huh?
Yeah, please
What
don't
are you
go
doing,
up those yet.
Mongo?
Why?
See him going
Because
back
there's a lot
upstairs?
of pressure plates, and there's a
Going back
wand
up.
of apparently a wand of fireballs that can just.
I never told you what it was.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Oh, okay, never mind. There is a wand
I'm
up
gonna
there
be,
that is pointed towards the
uh,
stairwell, and
holding
apparently
this
Mongo
doll. I'm
said
also
it's
going
very
to be looking
dangerous.
for a
Okay,
way out.
and if you point
So
them
I
out
know
to me,
which
I
way we can
weigh less
finally
than half
exit.
your weight.
Okay.
I can help.
If you want, do another
I don't
investigation.
know how delicate these pressure.
Well, that's fine. Let's figure it out
11.
together.
11. You start to move away, and you kind of take a quick glance, and you see the book, and it's actually, you see along the actual like spine where it's wrapped or bound together, you can see some druid on it.
Let's very carefully do
And we
so.
work together.
Three
with this
siblings are
chest and
arguing,
got it
so-
figured out.
Alright,
I carefully go over there and retrieve it.
and let's go.
While they're bickering.
Yoink!
Mhm.
So you have the unidentified voodoo doll, and now you have this book.
Nikolai and I are gonna go back upstairs.
Work on those traps.
Going with.
Okay. You go upstairs, and you're immediately where he's at. You see the wand just pointed in your direction.
All right. According to Mongo, that is death.
Well, usually you don't use things that make you just tickle you for traps.
Oh, that could be fun though.
That's
You're
not a
having
trap.
trouble because
That's
of
an
how
annoyance.
this person basically has booby trapped this place to actually locate the exit out. They obviously designed this space basically so people can't escape.
Oh fuck, we found a D&D escape room.
Figuring that out, the reaction that Cayenne gives will be a really hard punch into the wall.
I'm so glad I'm
You hear
upstairs.
dust falling, and the wand rattles slightly.
Hey,
I run.
It doesn't go off, but it rattles slightly.
Okay.
what the hell was that?
You can surmise that was probably a very angry Cayenne.
We better hurry up and do this because somebody's getting a little antsy.
Whatever
But
you're
she doesn't
doing
like
down
being
there,
stuck inside.
You're
don't do
gonna
it.
punch your way out.
You might kill us all.
Don't. Be nice.
Are you done with the traps yet so we can leave? I'm done with this place. And we
Uh,
can't get out from down here, so hurry up would be nice.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them up here.
Well, arguing and talking is not going to get it done quicker.
Well,
she makes a point. We
fucking
need to
around
hurry.
with the stuff and causing things to shake
I
isn't helping
punched the
either.
wall
Scav.
because
Scav.
I could not find a way out of this shithole.
Scav,
Okay.
stop arguing. We need to get to work.
Less talky, more disarm trappy.
All right.
So
Get back
work
to it.
on the first trap we got in front of us, which I guess is this one thing.
Okay.
How many did I manage to disable when I get up there? By the way?
I already
Can I
told you
see
that.
a way? Can I just like mage pot away?
It's tied and locked
Yeah,
there.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
Hey, Scav, since it's like clearly hanging there with a bunch of wires,
Mm-hmm.
what happens if we just cut those wires?
I don't know. What I do know is that there's pressure plates all over, and I have no idea how delicate they are.
Well, let's start investigating. So
Let's not be standing in front of the path of this thing.
Well, where are the pressure plates, so that way we know not to stand on them?
No, in
You're
front of the
cut-
wand.
You see pressure plates are. He points out there's one off the side, one off the side. There's one here. There's one here. One here.
we can walk
Why
between
do
them.
I just have a feeling it's like that thing in Indiana Jones where he has to walk on the certain ones not to fall down?
Can I move between them?
It would be hard, but you could.
Okay.
Can I like pressure-shape the ones that he points out and like kind of like light them up a little bit, put like some sort of a symbol?
Roll performance.
I hope you're communicating that to us.
Yeah, obviously.
No,
All right, back to you, Kayam.
Don't
They
do
figure
that.
out what they're doing.
I'm gonna read the book.
it could
The
set
one you
it
just
off.
caught.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay, fine. I'll aim for the ones that
Do you flop back
can
down and
step
start
on.
reading it? Out of
Better?
anger.
Be over there at the pillows where I
So you
was.
just want to point them out.
You very
Yes,
gingerly
make it
open
easier
this book
for you.
carefully. It's a book like about this big to you.
Trying to help.
And you open it
Okay.
up, and the pages are like opening one of like this really old books, like a old encyclopedia you find out at a library essentially.
Like a book that's been waterlogged before.
Yeah. And you turn open the first page, and you're seeing like various notes, and you're having trouble reading them because they're in a very ancient druid. Like this isn't the more
So-
normalized druid that you're
I think
used
I can move
to.
between those pressure plates.
This
Okay.
was
It'll be difficult.
probably written
But
at a period a while
don't think
ago. If you want,
I
you
wanna
could do a
do
history
it.
on it.
Definitely not Cayenne.
All right.
12 on
So-
performance.
Then be very careful about it, because I don't know if there's any other traps over there.
And 18 on history.
So I think if we can move
Uh,
between the pressure
so-
plates.
He goes in. What was your performance?
12.
12. He goes and he does this like little shimmy dance, and you see like little fireworks go off, and they make little. You just see like little fireworks going off on the ones.
Well, I told them not to do that until we identify which ones are safe.
You just did it, didn't you? Yeah.
He's pointed out which ones we're not supposed to, which ones to are the pressure plates. So I
haven't
figured
I haven't figured out which ones we can and cannot.
you
step on.
told me which ones.
I just
Talking
pointed
about-
them out that there are pressure plates here.
So at this point, you're probably like, I just highlighted all sorts of random ones.
Turn it off.
Fuck.
You're looking through this
Said
book, and
anything
you're trying to go
off, so I
through
guess
the
that's
first few
okay.
pages, and you're like, there's I don't know what kind of feelings you're feeling from it, but this is an Archdruid's book.
I should not have this.
So
I'm going to bind it back up in the cloth very carefully and place it in one of my secured pouches. One that locks. That not even one of those two could get it open without me knowing.
You're like, this is a very special book that's going away.
Yes.
Ancient Secrets book.
Yes.
So, formulating a plan that I could possibly move between the pressure plates to go disable the actual trap at the source, not disable each individual pressure plate.
Mungo, do me a favor and roll a intelligence.
I will certainly try.
Just roll. Whether or
Well, I can't guarantee it's going to be very good. It's a 13.
not. That's not bad.
You look at it, you listen to his plan very diligently, and you hear something that a wizard, what your mentor has told you. Why overcomplicate it? And you're just like, that's it. And you're like, you can just mage ham him, take him over there.
So you need to get from over here to right there
Yeah?
and put a little light exactly where he's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Mage hand. I can help.
A direct path over without interfering with anything.
Well, your prestidigitation that I told you not to do didn't set anything off. So maybe that'll work. I was just worrying about magical wars and stuff against, like, magic. But that didn't happen, so. Yeah, sure.
So do you do that? So I need D6s. I'm just kidding.
I knew it! It's a trap!
I saw your heart drop a little bit there.
Yeah, I immediately looked at my HP and it's like, well, I'm fucked.
All are.
He takes you over there and sets you down, and some dust goes out.
Get to work on disabling the actual business end of the trap.
All right.
Alright, I'm describing what I'm seeing to Scabbard, since he may be able to help before I do anything.
Okay.
So that he can maybe help
Okay.
before I do
That would
anything.
give you advantage, yes.
Scav, how much do you weigh?
So performance, right?
How much do I weigh?
Performance, right?
So I thought it would be tinkering because I'm giving you
15
advantage.
pounds.
On
Oh, you
Yeah.
just let me do the
Yeah.
description. Okay.
Actually, if you combine mage hands, you could probably get him over there.
Wow, I guess it was meant to be. 17?
17. So with Scab with you relaying what Scab is doing and what you're doing, you're realizing it's a very intricate pulley system. So if you set off any of these traps, it would basically pull the strings and the pulley system where it would actually do the motion to cast it.
Proper. Leviosa.
Do I overhear this?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, because I can just cut these strings, I think. And they'll just drop like any other wand that isn't being held.
It wouldn't be able to perform its movements, right? If the strings can't control it.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it's like while he's doing that, I can keep an eye on the wand and try to use my mage paw
Mage
to
to hold
fuck up
It's
the.
so in case,
in
something
case it
goes
does
off,
go
it just
off.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll to disable it.
Right, you got it, Mongo?
Sure.
You're holding it, right? Right?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it, making sure that it doesn't. If it moves in a way that I think might set it off, I'm going to try to
So you
fuck it up.
So as they're up there messing around, you feel rustling around in your pack.
I look to see what it is.
You see like the little tough shroom. It's
Oh,
like short and stout, like almost like a little Danny DeVito mushroom.
What?
So anyway, let's
When
not
you check on
punch-
it, does it offer you an egg?
There are other mushrooms up on this tall. This one's like this tall.
It's just
Such a punchable face.
Oh,
oh my gosh. It's just the stature of it,
Yeah.
and you just see it kind of walking over, and it punches a rock, and the rock just breaks. It punches a little pebble, and it breaks. And it's just,
Jesus.
Oh, this is your. Is this your strong
Rufio.
or whatever you call it? Your
Yeah,
Rick?
Rufio.
Rufio.
Yeah. And you see the other mushrooms like, as it punches a rock. Some of them rolling, and you see Noodle rolling little rocks over and setting rocks, and he's just punching the rocks, trying to punch through them.
That's a strong little mushroom. Holy shit.
Just break a rock by
It's a
punching
baby.
That's just a baby
Yeah, it's a baby tough shroom.
sentient shroom, man.
And so there's like this bigger rock, like it's like Noodle has to use both hands, and he's just bracing it. He tries to punch through, and he can't punch through it,
please roll. a
and he just
fucking nat
headbutts it, and you just see it just crack down the middle.
I love your little fucking mushrooms. I swear to God.
Wait, was that Noodle that broke the rock, or was it the shroom?
It was the shroom.
Because you said Noodle there for a
He's
second.
holding
no,
it.
he's just holding it.
You know, like the sensei does for the people breaking the boards and stuff.
You're creating a small little shroom army.
Mongo really
Am I
has
going
to
insane from
learn
looking at
and
that
learn.
book?
Oh, with her permission, I'm totally casting one of those mushrooms because that's just gonna be fucking hilarious.
You see this giant mushroom, like just this beefy mushroom, walk up and just punch somebody.
Oh god. I just imagine like the mushrooms from Dark Souls, you know, the ones that look all cute and stubby, walk over and just boom, just like you see an entire health bar. Just,
Can we get a little
Not
outfit for him? Can it be like a little yellow jumpsuit with like a white cape and some red gloves?
No, because Cayenne can't see yellow, just like I can.
Oh my god.
oh, that's right, you're like actually colorblind.
That's why you run all the red lights?
Oh.
I'm just teasing.
Well, I know who's getting punched after stream.
Me or him?
So you guys are
Yeah, so it was 15 on disabling the
okay.
wires holding the wand.
So he cuts all the wires and everything and goes through that process, and you see the wand move, and you see a small spark from the tip.
Major ball.
Okay, well that's happening. I'm gonna take a look around the room, avoiding the pressure plates and gathering what I can from
So
the
you
other trap.
Gather the wand. You look at the wand, and yeah, it looks like a viable wand. Huh?
That's dangerous.
You don't know what you have to identify it.
I know.
And I was 17, just to gather what I could from the rest of the other traps.
Okay. Takes you a while, but you do that. You're a little
More
tough
up here, you
from.
think?
You're a little tough from. Rufio kind of eventually flops on his butt and just lets out. It falls backward and you hear snoring.
I'm guessing you feel better now, little buddy.
Well, he can punch things. It's quite exhausting for him.
I think momentarily
I'm going
we'll have a flying
to-
cat.
Proceed in using
Or very
what
expensive.
little dagger that I do have and
He's
remove
not that
me
clumsy.
from
Dude, have you seen
fucking survived to give that to my mushrooms.
Okay.
Oh, now she's arming the army.
Well,
doing,
you
little
got
buddy?
attention.
You now have a
No.
cheddar.
No, come here, Cheddar. No.
Yep.
No.
You're like, this is mine now.
Yeah.
So,
Look for any more traps, get them disarmed so we can.
yeah, you can do a general investigation if you want.
Jesus Christ. One.
One,
Yep.
you're walking around and you kind of you overlooked one trap and it goes off, and all these like spikes come up from the ground, and one just comes up right between your toes and right through your foot, and you're just like, and the blade is about this tall in front of you, and as you kind of like instinctively step back, it just right between the toes, right out
Fuck.
So like that saw scene,
with the arm.
the
Yeah,
blood room.
yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Nikolai.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've rolled 8 ones today.
I know your pain, bud.
So we know that's your unlucky number.
No, I've rolled 9 ones. Sorry.
That's your unlucky number.
911.
Wait, I didn't know you were from Reno.
I'm gonna pick him up, carry him downstairs.
You see him come down again with yet an injured Nikolai.
What now?
He set off a trap. Luckily,
Like he didn't do with the lock already?
today really isn't his lucky day.
And you as you're
Maybe
looking
we
at him,
don't
his
need
foot slightly
fear.
just split open, kind of like two floppy pieces of bologna.
I can't heal this one with my spells, but I do have the potion, so I'm using
A single eye drop.
a single eye drop.
Hold that. I do actually. I have cure wounds.
I'm trying to put it back together using.
Nikolai!
See how bad I make it. Might as well just roll with the bullshit.
Come on, dude. Fail upwards. You're one of the old.
Team. I'm gonna sit on my own damn foot.
You manage to align it, and you just wrap it with duct tape.
I'm gonna like
The artificer's
hold
secret
him
weapon.
down with a hand and just take like basically these fingers of the other one and use cure wound on him for 8.
Yeah. So how much damage did I take?
6.
Damn.
Well,
8, you said?
All the
Yeah.
healing spells are going to be burnt on you at this point.
well,
Well, I'm almost up to full now.
on the bright side, this area is now safe to rest in.
And you're free to investigate upstairs for any items.
Yep, we can probably do that later. First, I'm gonna see if I.
Why did you say that in character?
Huh?
Why'd you say that to me in character?
I don't know.
I'm just letting you guys know you're free to investigate upstairs for items.
I'm going to go ahead and first try and figure out where we came in from.
Okay. Are you just gonna flop over, Nikolai, on a bed?
Not too great.
Noodle comes over to you, looks at you.
Look at him, or I guess probably up at him.
Is this still
After
considered
doing
ruins?
what I did for Nikolai's foot/ankle, or basically both, since my hands are so large to his body, I'm just gonna take the baby. Is the baby touch room like completely passed out?
He's making little snore sounds.
Okay. No, I'm gonna put them in my pouch to let them sleep, like the satchel, because
Okay.
it's a lot wider.
Little,
Well, so
little
plus-
tough room
plus
snore
5.
sounds.
Covers it with a rag.
I can just imagine it's like, bro.
No, you just
So that's a 12.
his snores are just grunts of annoyance.
Yep. You sound like a little angry little dude.
Yeah, I am not moving for a little bit. I'm going to look at that book I found.
It's not there anymore.
Look at my book. So my pouch is there, but the book is not there.
Oh no, the book you found is still there. I thought we were talking about the one that was in the chest.
Oh no, I'm looking at the first one that was
Yeah.
making my pouch very heavy for some reason.
You take it out and you look at it.
Do an investigation on it, figure out what it is.
Yep.
Was I able to figure out the entrance to this place, by the way?
Would you roll?
12.
12. You're
Thank you.
exhausted. You're like, oh, I'll worry about it later. What was that?
19.
19? You're looking over this book and you're kind of turning it over in your hands a bit. And there's a moment of panic in your hands because you know what's happened to Mongo. You realize this is the wizard's spellbook.
Good thing I didn't open it. Maybe. I don't know. Hey Mongo, I found one of your books.
How the hell did you find one of mine?
Well, you're kind. Wizard books.
Oh. Don't fucking open it.
Oh, another spell book?
Yeah.
Don't open it.
No.
Okay.
Remember what happened the last time?
Just put it in the pile of the other stuff.
Yeah, I'm binding this thing shut.
You pick up the book. It's about the size of like a halfling would have.
So it's about my size.
And it's just splattered with blood.
Well,
Still binding it shut, then I'm walking over to the crazy fucker's corpse and kicking it.
Kick. It jiggles a little bit.
Body probably looks a little different than how it did,
with the birds and
before.
feisty.
I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
still kicking the fucking corpse.
and me flaying what
Cause-
meat. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bible.
That's right. Didn't you?
Yeah, I
find
was wearing his
something
juice.
about bodies or something.
Oh yeah, it's not information I had shared yet,
Oh.
except with Mongo.
Yeah, and you're just like, now you're even more upset.
You okay
So,
with this guy
Scav,
dying.
the upstairs is clear?
Yes. I believe you found the last trap. Right now would probably be the best time for us to rest and recover.
I'm just go upstairs, do a look around.
All right, go ahead.
Go through the pile. It's like, I've got a lot of shit to identify.
15.
15. You start looking around and you kind of start going through random shit as best as you can, using a crowbar essentially as a leverage to open drawers.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not exactly that big.
If there's less than 10 pounds of force, I can use Mage Hand too.
Yeah. You find under one of the, like a dresser up there.
Mhm.
You tug and you pull it out, and it's got a bunch of dust on it, and it's a leather armor.
That's interesting. Investigate it, see if there's anything special about it. If it's just armor,
Okay, go ahead.
look for it like in 18 plus 6, 24.
24?
Mhm.
You start to look over the armor and turn around. There's a full set of it there.
Mhm.
And you realize it's magical in nature.
Say magical armor. Magical stuff will go down to the user size.
You've also,
You only live once. Put it on.
you've also heard your brother says it could be cursed.
Fuck it. You only live once. Put it on.
It's going to take an hour. You,
Okay.
you climb in it and you're just kind of standing there like, oh.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Mongo, Scav,
Yeah.
found a magical set of leather armor.
Don't put it on.
I tried already.
Swear to God, he never fucking learns. Start going upstairs.
Head upstairs. You get
Upstairs as well.
Apparently, that whole like shrink stuff down to size doesn't happen right away.
No,
No, of course not.
it
Oh,
takes
okay.
time.
It takes a
Okay.
little while.
Well, since it's not working, maybe we can work on identifying it later.
Yep. So you guys take it back downstairs. You guys.
Put it in the big pile of stuff to identify.
Yep.
We'll-
So
we'll explore
with
this
that-
later.
with that, you guys gather around. Actually, have some rations. Settle in to this very creepy location. And Cayenne begrudgingly gets some rest. And realize you've survived this long and know the course forward and what to do. And do an insight for me. Just him.
Oh, sorry.
You can actually do one too.
I will take that modified 20.
Okay.
Modified 20.
You guys kind of look to each other. You and Scav look across at each other on your two different pillows, and you realize you can take a long rest here and rest and then travel forward fully restocked.
Probably the best time to rest. Probably the safest for now. If he's been surviving here this long, it's extremely unlikely anything else will be able to come by here.
So, with that, you guys can take your long rest without have any consequence. And we're going to go ahead and call it a night.